Good evening and welcome to Edon, Ohio, as we get ready for Toledo Area Athletic Conference football tonight and begin the back half of the 2023 schedule. Tonight it is opening night in the Toledo Area Athletic Conference as 4-1 Montpelier will face 3-2 Edon. Montpelier and Edon getting ready to play again here in this series, a series that most recently has been dominated by Edon. The last win by Montpelier in this series against Edon came back in 2016. But as we get things started here on a Friday night, we welcome in our good friend, former Hilltop head football coach, current Montpelier girls basketball coach, Mike Bumb. This is a new era for Montpelier still. It's the second year for Andy Robinson, and after a 3-7 year, they have already eclipsed the win total from last year in this 4-1 start, which, by the way, is the best start since 2006.
Yeah, it sure has. And what we're going to do is we're going to see two teams where, you look in the mirror, right, and you see the same thing. You're going to see the same thing tonight. Both teams, at least offensively, run the exact same offense. My guess is very similar terminology. Of course, Andy Robinson, I wouldn't say a mentor, but someone that he has respected. Andy came from Fairview, where, of course, Bob Owen was a longtime coach there. And Bob, one of his head assistants, was Andy's father and uncle. So, there's a lot of similarities here. Andy still talks with Bob Owen on a regular basis. And nobody does it better than Bob Owen. Over 40 years of coaching and over, 9, 10 different head coaching stops. So you're going to see a lot of similarities. The offensively, terminology is going to be very similar. Now it's just going to come down to execution and who's got the better players or who makes the most plays tonight.
We have seen both these teams multiple times, although it has been a few weeks since we have seen Edon, and they come in as a 3-2 team. The two losses are terrific teams and state-ranked teams, and in fact, in the Michigan team case, Whiteford, a defending state champion that's riding an 18-game winning streak now. Whiteford and Antwerp are their losses, and of course, Antwerp, the only loss for Montpelier, a common opponent. Actually, there are a couple of them. Both teams have defeated Edgerton. Both teams have defeated Sand Creek, Michigan. So a lot of similarities in these teams tonight in terms of what to look for. I look at this kind of, Mike, I guess the first couple of words that come to me tonight, it's prove it Friday night, I think, for both teams, because probably their biggest quality win for both is Edgerton, and that's based on reputation of Edgerton because it's an Edgerton team that's struggling this year at 1-4. So prove it tonight against pretty good competition.
You can't always measure the type of team that you got by common opponents and by records and all of that. You can't always, but it's a pretty good indicator in a lot of cases as well. Edgerton, a team that both teams were competitive with. Montpelier, both teams beat Edgerton. Could have went either way in that first game of the season. We did that, in which Edon won the game at the end, and just as easily could have lost that. Fast forward just a couple weeks later, Montpelier plays Edgerton, and it goes into overtime, and the ball kind of bounced the way of the Locomotives that night, and they beat Edgerton. You look at the Antwerp situation; both teams had played them, and kind of a rout in both cases. So again, you measure up those teams, and you think we got a pretty good matchup here tonight, and we'll see obviously what happens. And at Edon, I have to give them, they've had a tougher schedule, as you said, with Antwerp and Whiteford. Montpelier did play Antwerp as well, but Whiteford's legit. Mm-hmm. Whiteford may be better than Antwerp, and so you kind of give the nod there. But that's the other loss. So Montpelier 4-1 slate versus a 3-2 slate of Edon. Homecoming night tonight for Edon as a head coach. You don't like homecoming. You don't like homecoming. It's a distraction. You got your kids are worried about maybe what they're going to be doing the dance, seeing their girl, who knows. But you got things going on beforehand that breaks up your routine. And if you're a head coach, you're all routine oriented. Mm-hmm. So that's something that could factor into the game too. But we got a great night tonight, Andy. We look out here at Leanne Field, and I'm telling you and I've done a lot of high school football games at a lot of places, all of them great. But there's not many that's got as nice of a playing surface as Edon does.
Agreed. And a beautiful night for Week 6 of high school football. We're stepping aside. Our Brian Ford Lincoln conversation with the two head coaches, Bob Owen and Andy Robinson, coming your way next on B-Rock Sports. Looking to earn good money in a great work atmosphere? Come join the team at 2020 Custom Molded Plastics in Holiday City. They're now looking for full-time and part-time production operators, and they have schedules that fit everyone. Earn $500 monthly for perfect attendance, refer a friend, and get a $500 referral bonus. No mandated overtime, clean environment, and full benefits at 30 days. Apply online today at 2020cmp.com, then stop in Monday through Friday from 9 to 4 for open interviews on Selwyn Drive in Holiday City.
When it comes to choosing a memorial that represents the lasting memories of a person's life, the Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio can create exactly what you are looking for, like an eagle soaring through the woods etched on a memorial, a bench that has mom and dad's names engraved into the granite to sit and reflect, a picture of the family farm etched on the stone, or maybe your style is a memorial that has a split headstone with a vase in between for flowers. The Fackler Monument Company of Montpelier, Ohio, serving families in the tri-state area since 1924.
For all of your insurance needs, see Denny Gehrig or Elaine Hake at Gehrig's All-Star Insurance Agency, East Main Street in Montpelier. Gehrig's All-Star Insurance Agency offers home, auto, business, and farm insurance, plus financial responsibility bonds are available. Gehrig's All-Star Insurance Agency wants to salute and congratulate all of the area athletes for their time and commitment. Good luck to all the athletes. From Gehrig's All-Star Insurance Agency, East Main Street, Montpelier. Your home is the one place where everything should be perfect, including your air. Stark's Plumbing and Heating Services helps you achieve the perfect air you deserve with reliable, groundbreaking, award-winning Lennox products. Call Stark's Plumbing and Heating Services and see how soon you can get a Lennox home comfort system that'll help improve your health and your mood. It doesn't get any more perfect than that. Call us today at 1-800-329-4040 or visit us at starksphs.com.
You know texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information, yet most people admit to doing it anyways. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance, the no problem people. Visit Andrews O'Neill & Lowe with offices in Archbold, Bryan, or Wauseon, or visit us online at andrewsoneillandlowe.com.
Welcome back to our pregame show. It's our conversation with the coach, and we are talking with Edon head coach Bob Olwin. And, Bob, I know not the result you were hoping for last week up at Whiteford. What were some of your takeaways from last Friday night's game?
They were really good, and we didn't make enough plays. We didn't finish our drives and things like that. We had not seen them punt on film, and our defense was able to make them punt twice, and I think we had 2 fourth-down stops, but we weren't able to capitalize on all those during the game, and they got out to a decent lead, and you know, we were playing catch-up the whole night. So we got a ways to go. We're not quite to that level yet, but we are for a little while, just like we were against Antwerp, and we need to be able to finish better.
All right, so 5 weeks in, Bob, you stand at 3-2. In what ways is this team better now than they were maybe at the start of the year?
I think we've improved defensively from the beginning of the year. You know, it was a real tight game with Edgerton, and we had to make some really big plays to win that game. But I think everybody's settled into their role, where they're going to play, and then our rotation has developed. We rotate every 3 or 4 plays with our extra kids defensively, and so we have quite a few that can play multiple positions, and that helps us be more multiple defensively, and so I think that's one way. I think our special teams have improved, even though the parents wouldn't say that because Whiteford has exposed her a couple of those last week, but we continue to work on those. Our foreign exchange kickers are much improved from game 1 to now. I think we could go for a field goal now, where we wouldn't be able to week one. Our kickoffs, I think we're getting those down. That's Martin from Spain, and then our extra point kicker is Louis from Belgium. So they're great kids. They're fun to have around.
All right, next up for you, home game with Montpelier. Tell me what you know about them.
Well, I've probably watched as much film on them as I have anybody else. Just from the standpoint that I have history with Coach Robinson, and he knows a lot about what I do, and but so I can't leave any stone unturned. And it's a close rivalry, that hasn't been a rivalry for a while, and now they're 4-1, and so they're feeling pretty good about themselves, and they've won four in a row. So and we lost last week, so we have to bounce back from that. It's our homecoming. Everything. They have two real good wide receivers that go up and get the ball. The Brink kid, and I forget the excuse me. 33's first name is like Chavez. He's been playing for a long time for him. So they go up and get the ball. Their quarterback has really improved from last year. He's a sophomore, but he'll chuck it out there pretty well, and he's a tough runner. So that aspect, we have to tackle well. We can't let him break contain. And then they have a couple other kids have been playing ever since I came to Edon. They were freshmen, and so they've been in the program, consistently for 4 years with Joe and now Coach Robinson. So, and I think I'm going to mess up his name. Brandchild, being the defensive coordinator, has settled them down quite a bit, and you can see confidence in the kids and knowledge of what they're trying to do defensively. So I think that's really helped them quite a bit. They've made some real big plays defensively this year.
Well, Bob, always appreciate the time as we get set for this Week 6 matchup. Always appreciate the time, continued success, and best of luck Friday night.
Thanks, Adam. I really appreciate it. Oops.
That's all right. You're not the first, Bob. You won't be the last.
Two A's. A squared.
There you go.
On the call. So, have a good day.
Yep, you too. Bob Olwin, it's our Brian Ford Lincoln conversation with the coach. Stay with us. More on the pregame show coming up.
This spring, pick your power. Steel fuel-powered equipment delivers proven performance and efficiency. And the Steel Lightning battery system delivers the power to do more on a single charge. Get the all-new BGA 45 battery-powered blower for just $129.95. Or pick the popular MS-170 chainsaw for just $179.95. Pick your power and then pick up a Steel. All prices BES SRP at participating retailers.
See Black Swamp Equipment or go to blackswampequipment.net.
With an independent insurance agent, you can be sure that you're getting the right coverage at the right price. At Best Insurance and Financial Services, it's all about relationships. We work one-on-one with you to make sure your auto, home, farm, or business is protected by a quality insurance company. That's why we work with Ohio Mutual Insurance Group. We know you can trust Ohio Mutual to protect what matters most to you and your family. Once you see how Ohio Mutual cares for your needs, you'll trust them as well. Give us a call at 419-272-2888. We can recommend the best coverage from the best companies like Ohio Mutual.
Fritch Excavating and CMF Enterprise of Edon wants to wish the Edon Bombers the best of luck in tonight's game. Fritch Excavating is family-owned and operated for over 30 years, and they handle everything from site prep to parking lots to land clearing. They can also put in a driveway, run a water line to an outdoor building, do a sewer line, or tile work as well. CMF Enterprise is a female-owned and operated business serving Ohio and Indiana, offering dump truck services, including aggregate material sales. CMF also handles a large variety of construction, landscaping, ag, and residential materials as well. Fritch Excavating of Edon and CMF Enterprise of Edon wishing the Bombers the best of luck in tonight's game. The more your life changes, the more your insurance needs change. See Danielle Van Atta of Danielle Van Atta Agency today. She can conduct a free personal insurance review to help you determine how much and what type of coverage is right for you, with no costly gaps or overlaps. Interested? Phone Danielle Van Atta today at 419-636-0408.
When you're in need of a new appliance, go to your local appliance dealer, Direct Link Appliance and Hardware in Bryan, and take it home today. They carry hundreds of new, used, and scratch and dent appliances in stock, and they carry the brands you need. Speed Queen, Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Amana, and GE to take home right now with you. Then when you have something wrong in years to come, Direct Link will also service everything. No need to call that 800 number and talk to someone you don't know. Just call Direct Link at 419-636-4541, and they'll be out to fix it for you, whether it's under warranty or not. Direct Link Appliance and Hardware in Bryan, your local appliance dealer.
And we welcome you back to our pregame show. Time now for our Bryan Ford Lincoln conversation with the coach, as we are talking with Montpelier frontman Andy Robinson. And, well, Andy, 4 wins in a row, coming off a nice road win last Friday night up at Sand Creek, Michigan. What were some of your takeaways from the win Friday night?
Well, first and foremost, our defense continues to make the big stops when they need to, and they had to make a lot on Friday. So, in all honesty, we've kind of been riding the coattails of the defense, and we're scoring just enough points right now to win some games. And at the end of the day, that's kind of what's important, is we're just trying to find the ways to win. Still kind of waiting on the offense to, maybe play their best game, but how well the defense is playing, and kids are really buying into what we're trying to teach, and system that Steve Brancho has them running, and that's been really good for our football team.
Andy, from your perspective on the field, what about this defensive unit is making them so successful right now?
First, it's our group of guys up front. We got some dudes that can play some football up front. We're big, we're strong, we're fast up there. We got kids like Eli Fackler that are kind of just leading the charge up front. He's had a monster year for us as a senior. But now our secondary and the guys in the back end are starting to play really well also. Grant Garrell's, been playing really well for us up off the edge. Nathan Rummel kind of leads the charge in the back end, and he's got those guys playing really well. So with the pressure we get and how tough we play up front, now with our guys in the back end learning how to cover a little better and doing their job, it's just working together really well.
Meanwhile, on the other side, talk to me a little bit about the offensive side of things, what you're seeing from that unit and maybe what you'd like to see improving going forward.
We're understanding the system better. We know where we want to go with the ball. Going forward, we got to complete more passes. Hayden Sharps, he's doing a really good job. And sometimes I think I forget that he's only a sophomore. But we got to do a better job of completing easy passes when the opportunity is there. I think that's kind of where we've struggled. There's sometimes where we seem to go 3 and out because maybe we have 2 or 3 straight incompletions. So we got to shore that up, and we got to find a way to run the ball a little bit better. We didn't run the ball last week very well, and that hurts because when you're in the spread, people know you want to throw the ball. And if you're not able to run on them once in a while, it's really easy for them to sit on your routes. And so we got to shore those 2 things up. But the offense they're coming along. Our receivers are playing really well, and Hayden is getting better and better. We just have to shore up a few things.
Well, Andy, you know as well as anyone how much of a role confidence can play with kids. You come into this game having won 4 games in a row. Talk to me about what you're seeing from the kids. I'm assuming it's a confident group right now?
Very confident. This is a group that is starting to believe. It's the first group we've had in a long time that I think truly believes in themselves. Believes that they have a shot week in and week out. And, that's a huge thing with kids. If you think you've got a shot going into a game, then in all honesty, you really do. And when kids don't necessarily believe, it's really tough to get them to buy in. This group's a lot of smiles right now. They're having fun. They're practicing hard. And they've got this community kind of rallied behind them. So we're really excited to see people show out tomorrow night. We're going to go over and give Edon our best shot.
Well, let's talk about the Bombers. Give me a scouting report, what you know about them.
First and foremost, they're coached by probably one of the most legendary guys in the area, and Bob. He does a great job. He knows exactly what he wants to do with his offense. He's got a quarterback that can run what he wants. The Sap kid's a real good athlete. He's got a really talented arm. Can do a lot of things with his feet. We got to be able to control what Kyler's able to do. We got to try to keep him in the pocket as much as we can. They got a lot of receivers that are good athletes, and when they've got the ball in space, we got to be able to tackle. And defensively, they're solid. The Holbert kid kind of leads the charge for him on defense. We got to know where he is on defense. Got to make sure we're getting him blocked. But no, they're going to be well coached, and they're going to be able to put up a lot of points. So we got to try to control this game, control the clock, and keep the points down.
Andy, you're familiar with them. They're familiar with you. There's not a lot of surprises when Montpelier and Edon get together to begin with. But in a game like this, does it just come down to who can execute better?
Yeah, it does. And, we don't really want to get in a shootout with them, but it could come down to who has the last possession as well. But we got to take advantage of scoring when we have chances. We got to stay on the field when we got chances, and we got to get them off the field when we get them to a third down. That's all. Yeah, we got to be able to execute this week, and our kids will be ready for it.
Andy, always appreciate the time. Continued success going forward. Good luck Friday night.
Thank you very much. Appreciate your time.
Montpelier head coach Andy Robinson. It's our Brian Ford Lincoln conversation with the coach. Stay with us. More to come after this.
Always supporting student athletes and coaches in the Edon School District, the Edon Athletic Boosters. The Edon Athletic Boosters would like to take this opportunity to salute the student athletes and coaches in tonight's game. Hey, how would you like to be a part of the Edon Athletic Boosters? Come to a meeting and find out what they're all about. Maybe even volunteer at a concession stand. For more information, phone 419-272-3213. The Edon Athletic Boosters, supporting student athletes and coaches in Edon.
For those last-minute outdoor projects, Donaldson's Ace Hardware on North Union Street in Bryan has you covered with Craftsman hand tools, your choice $15.99 each, or Milwaukee M18 power tools. Buy a reciprocating saw, grinder, jigsaw, hedge trimmers, or 2.5-gallon wet dry vac and get an M18 battery for free. Or buy an M12 drill driver kit or a 4-in-1 installation drill driver kit and get your choice of select accessories for free. Rather have DeWalt? Save $50 instantly with Ace Rewards on select 20-volt DeWalt power tools or battery. Stock up on KT Birdseed or Wild and Strong Small Batch Reserve Wild Bird Food Blend. Buy one, get one free. Donaldson's Ace Hardware in Bryan. Ace, the helpful place.
Your friends at your neighborhood Edon Farmers Co-op Country Store would like to invite you to stop in at the Edon, Montpelier, and Edgerton stores to check out their complete line of pet supplies, animal feed, and outdoor products. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff is ready to answer all of your questions concerning their complete line of Kalmbach, Land O'Lakes, and much, much more. For your convenience, your purchase can be carried to your vehicle by one of their employees. Be sure to stop by soon and see them at your hometown country store, the Edon Farmers Co-op.
Camco Industries, with facilities located in West Unity, Ohio, and Morenci, Michigan, has openings on all 3 shifts for production and assembly operators. We manufacture interior plastic products for the automotive industry. As an operator, you will be required to visually inspect, trim, assemble, and pack parts, as well as label containers. You must be able to pass an entry-level test and a substance abuse test. Camco also has openings for shipping associates, material handlers, and production leads. Camco offers a complete benefit package along with a bonus for the successful completion of probationary status, an attendance bonus, and a referral bonus. If you would like to join our team, please complete an application online at www.kumi-na.com or in person at Camco, 1001 East Jackson Street, West Unity, Ohio, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. All rehires will be considered for employment.
Andy Brigle, Mike Bumb back out here at Leanne Field in Edon. Time to break this thing down, Foz. Let's start with the road team tonight in Montpelier. How do they get to 5-1 for the first time since 1999.
Yeah, I think a couple things. You got to win third down. Now, that's pretty general because every week third down is the most important down, but maybe more so than any. They've got to steal possessions from Edon. They've got to keep the ball out of the hands of Kyler Sapp as much as possible. Best way to do that is win third downs, get Edon off the field when they're on defense, and keep the drive going when Montpelier's on offense.
Flip the script for Bob Olwin tonight to get to 4-2. What do they need to do?
Kyler Sapp, I mean, I think tonight, I think maybe more than ever, and he does a really good job of running the football, but I think he needs to win the game with his legs. Montpelier's going to drop a lot of people in coverage and make it difficult, or as difficult as they possibly can, on Kyler Sapp to throw the football. What that does then, that opens up some running lanes. Nobody runs better than Kyler Sapp. That's going to be a challenge for Montpelier. I think Sapp's got to be patient, not necessarily go for the home run ball, and be okay with moving the chains with his legs.
All right, let me ask you about this tonight. If you're a head coach tonight, how do you defend Edon tonight and Kyler Sapp?
Yeah.
Do you have to give different looks? I mean, tell me a little bit about your philosophy going into this one.
Yeah, and I think so. And you ever heard the term JAG? That's the new term in college football. You know what that stands for? Just a guy. They use that in college football with the transfer portals. He's a JAG. He's just a guy. He can play. Kyler Sapp's not a JAG. He's not just a guy. He's legit. He's the real deal. So how do you defend him, Andy? You said it right there from the beginning. You do have to have multiple fronts. I don't think you can get to him consistently with pressure because both of these teams, a big part of their game plan is get the ball and get it out quickly. In fact, those screen plays or little swing routes that they all run are designed for just that, not allowing you to blitz, and they're like extended run plays.
Long handoffs.
So I don't think you can do that, but you got to bring pressure on opportune times when it's third down and long, maybe in a situation where the quarterback's got to hold on to the ball a little bit to let the play materialize downfield. Mix and match. It's going to be a chess game. He is the best athlete on the field, Kyler Sapp. He is the best player on the field tonight. So that's going to be a challenge for Montpelier. Montpelier's got a pretty good one on the defensive side too, though, don't they? Eli Fackler, who a couple weeks ago, go ahead, broke the school record with 6 sacks. Against Cardinal Stritch, and he's a pretty good one.
That's where I was going to go next, is not just Eli Fackler, but Ash Walls and that physicality of Montpelier's defense. I personally think that the Montpelier D-line and the front seven, all in all, can really give Edon a lot of problems. I think the Montpelier D-line is better on paper than the Edon offensive line. Now they got to go out, and it's another one of those moments to prove it tonight. But that's the other side of the coin, is how do you block, how do you contain, how do you neutralize Eli Fackler, Ash Walls, and what they've been able to do from that backer spot?
I think you hit the nail right on the head. I would give the advantage to Montpelier D-line when we're looking at matchups over the Edon offensive line. And you said it, Fackler, Ash Walls, who is just a kid that everybody wants in their locker room. You talk about a high-character kid with a high motor and just simply is all around the ball when the play is going on. He is the guy that you want in everybody's locker room. How about Logan Pontius, only a sophomore, bench pressing about 300 pounds. He's a really good football player now. You wait in 2 years and see how good he is. Montpelier's D-line is solid. Montpelier's front seven is pretty darn solid, too. I think they're better, in my opinion, on paper than Edon's offensive line. Now, we look at the other matchups, the defensive backfield for Montpelier versus the wide receiving core of Edon. I think I'd give the edge there if you're asking me. I don't know how you feel about this. We've seen both these teams a couple of times, maybe to Edon. So we look at the running back situation. Edon's probably been a little bit more effective running the ball, but the other team wants to run the ball very much. So how is that going to factor into it? The kicking game, we look at that. You know, right now Edon doesn't like to kick extra points. Boy, Montpelier has with Cam Smith, and then they've also got a punter who's also the quarterback, Hayden Sharps, who's looked pretty good punting the game. So you break it down as you go through, and you look at the matchups, and I think we're going to have a pretty good game on our hands here. But the key is, as we said, there's that term, people, you've never heard that before, JAG. Kyler Sapp's not just a JAG. He's the real deal. So can Montpelier limit how effective he is tonight is going to be the key.
You look at Montpelier, 4-1, second year under the head coaching tutelage of Andy Robinson. They went 3-7 last year, so a 7-8 record there. Bob Olwin in his fourth year at Edon, 25-14 as the head coach with multiple playoff appearances. Overall, his 45th year as a head coach. Montpelier with wins over Edgerton, Sand Creek, Michigan, Woodmore, and Cardinal Stritch, and the only loss to Antwerp. For Edon, wins over Edgerton, Sand Creek, Michigan, and Hicksville. with losses to Whiteford, Michigan, and Antwerp. Our eyes on the game tonight. The officiating crew working the game, presented by Tri-State Vision Center. Your referee is Stephen Miller. Your officials are Scott Williams and Doug Stasek. Your linesman is Reginald Temple, and Nathan DeFotter is the line judge. They have their eyes on the game, brought to you by Tri-State Vision Center of Northwest Ohio. 4-1 Montpelier, 3-2 Edon. We kick it off when we come back.
When it comes to choosing a memorial that represents the lasting memories of a person's life, the Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio can create exactly what you are looking for, like an eagle soaring through the woods etched on a memorial, a bench that has mom and dad's names engraved into the granite to sit and reflect, a picture of the family farm etched on the stone, or maybe your style is a memorial that has a split headstone with a vase in between for flowers. The Fackler Monument Company of Montpelier, Ohio, serving families in the tri-state area since 1924.
Welcome back, Leanne Field in Edon. We begin the back end of the schedule. Week number 6 is upon us. This is an opening game in the Toledo Area Athletic Conference for both these teams tonight. We'll be going through other games as the night goes on, but just off the top of the cuff, as you look in conference play, Bryan at Liberty Center and PH at Wauseon, the games of the night in the NWOAL. This is the best game in the TAC tonight. And as you look elsewhere, probably in the GMC, I'd say Wayne Trace at Tenora, the best game on paper. So we'll keep an update and eyes out for all of those games. Edon won the toss. They have deferred to the second half. So Montpelier will get their hands on the football first to start this one. Going deep will be Nathan Rummel and Brennan Friend, as Edon is ready to run up and kick, and we are underway from Edon. It'll be Friend at the 25, 30, looking for a seam, 35, 40, steps out of one tackle, still on his feet, and gets near midfield to the 47-yard line, where it'll be first down and 10.
Yeah, I mean, Brennan Friend right that was one breaking tackle away from maybe taking it to the house.
And on the kickoff, on the tackle, an injured Bomber down, face down, at about the 42-yard line. So we'll step away, check the injury, and be right back.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
See Cannell Insurance Agency of downtown Montpelier, your auto owner's insurance agent.
Cole Olds, the injured Bomber, walking off under his own power, kind of grabbing at that left arm. You wonder if maybe a little bit of a stinger.
Yeah, I don't know, but it looks like he's going to be okay. Pretty good linebacker for the Bombers, too, so they need him in there.
Hayden Sharps will lead Montpelier out onto the field. He is in his first full season as starter, completing just 39% of his passes, has thrown for 850 yards, 9 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. His top target is Cam Smith in catches with 15. Braden Brink with the most receiving yards at just over 300. Pistol formation, 2 receivers both ways for Montpelier on this great start to the opening drive. Smith goes in motion to the far side of the formation. It's a quarterback draw. Sharp slithers through and will be twisted down by Kyler Sapp on the play, but it's a run to the other 47, so a pickup of 6. It'll be second down and 4.
Great start for the Locomotives. Maybe take the nerves off of Hayden Sharps that time. That was just a tackle trap. Montpelier does that quite a bit when they pull the backside tackle and trap the first person beyond the nose guard.
Chavez Martin is the receiver, will be joined by Smith in the slot here to the near side. Twins to the right. Pistol look again with Friend the only running back. Second down and 4. Man comes in motion to the near side. From the 47, Sharps wants to throw. Pressure off the edge. Throws the fade route. Right sideline. It's caught by Braden Brink. First down and 10 inside the 15-yard line, maybe even inside the 10. That'll be a gain of 37 on first down, or on second down.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for a better start for Montpelier and for Hayden Sharps that time with the run. And then he really does throw an outstanding deep ball that time. Braden Brink got behind the defender. Just a simple go route.
35 on the pass play as they will spot it at the 12. First down and 10, Montpelier at the 12-yard line. Moving right to left on this opening drive. Twins to the left, twins to the right. Pistol formation. Handoff goes to Friend. Friend runs into the waiting arms for Edon of Peyton Troush. It's a pickup of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down and 8.
Edon in a 4-front defensively. That means 4 down linemen, 2 and maybe 3 linebackers, depending on what Montpelier comes out formationally.
2nd and 8 from the 10-yard line. Just underway, a little more than a minute in. Montpelier with a threat from the get-go. 2 receivers both ways. Friend as the setback behind quarterback Sharps, who's in that pistol look. Edon shows blitz. Here they come. Sharps throws, fires, near side, caught. It's inside the 5. Cam Smith on the reception. Kendall Brigle brings him down. It'll be shy of the first down by about a yard.
Now, this has been kind of the nemesis for Montpelier, scoring in the red zone. It's very difficult for spread teams who are in shotguns a lot. You have all your guys spread out, but not such a big area because of the condensed amount of people in a short space. The Locomotives have worked on more under
line. Friend goes in motion far side. Sharps on the keep. Sharps into the end zone, strolling in untouched, and Montpelier makes it look easy on the opening possession. Sharps on the 5-yard TD run.
How about Hayden Sharps that first series, huh? 2 nice running plays that he had right up the gut. That offensive line from Montpelier holding up that time on the left side there. Logan Pontias and Eli Fackler did a really good job of moving the defensive line of Edon.
On for the PAT is Cam Smith out of the hold of Jackson Staylor. Did a good job getting that one down. It is up, and it is no good. New score on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. 9:54 mark of the first quarter. 6-0. Montpelier will be right back.
Be part of the Montpelier Athletic Boosters and help support all the athletes at the Montpelier schools by calling 419-485-6785. The Montpelier Athletic Boosters would like to wish all the Montpelier athletes good luck in today's game. Strive to be the best, and you will succeed at everything you do. The Montpelier Boosters are proud of all your achievements. Good luck and do your best. That's all anyone can ask. And go Locos!
We're back at Leanne Field, 6-0 Montpelier, capping off a 53-yard drive in 5 plays on the Hayden Sharps 5-yard TD run. Quick NWOAL update. Wauseon draws first blood. They lead Patrick Henry 7-0. Most impressive thing, I think, on that drive, a great mix in just the 5 plays, but they showed the ability to mix and do a good job getting down the field.
They did. Montpelier, again, that was an outstanding drive, and Hayden Sharps looked sharp. And then, of course, being able to run the ball a little bit. Montpelier has struggled doing that and has struggled in the red zone this year. That time, not so much.
So Cam Smith ready to kick it to Edon. Deepest man for the Bombers is Max Radebaugh, who is a threat to take at the distance. This will be the first time Edon will get that offense on the field here. High-powered attack. Both these teams capable of scoring. Smith keeping it away from Radebaugh. High hop, that bounces off Brigle. It's a free ball, and I believe he got back on it near the 30-yard line.
I think that's a great kick there by Cam Smith. And coach to do that. Keep the ball away from Radebaugh. Know that you probably not a very good kick unit because of your lack of depth. I don't think you can ask for anything better than that.
So it'll be a start on the drive for Edon at their own 30-yard line, left to right. Kyler Sapp has completed 63% of his passes for just under 1,800 yards and 14 touchdowns on the season. It's the empty look as anticipated. 3 receivers right, 2 receivers to the left. On this 1st and 10 at the 30. 2 down linemen for Montpelier, but they rush 3. Back to throw is Sapp. Plenty of time. Still looking. Now dumps it right. Caught by Brigle at the 42. And then out of bounds at about the 43-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 13 on the play.
And that's going to be the chess match. That time Montpelier only rushed 3. They drop 8. There'll be some times in which they bring more pressure, but Montpelier's game plan tonight is to be flexible where they can drop a lot of people into coverages and still bring some heat off the edges.
So 1st and 10 at the 43, trips to the right, twins to the left on this hash mark far side snap coming at the 43-yard line. Sapp quick fire far side, pass is caught. It'll be a reception by Owens, who's up near midfield. Gain of about 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down and 3.
Yeah. Sapp looks strong, too. His first 2 passes were right on the money.
So after the pickup of 6 on that play, officially it's a second down and 4 from the 49-yard line. 5 wide again, 3 to the right, 2 to the left, 2 down linemen for Montpelier, and they rush 3, one standing off the edge to the right side. Sapp, flush, throws back over the middle, incomplete. Ash Walls had coverage that time on Cohen Hulbert, and it is third down and about 6 for the first down.
What do we say, Andy? These are the big payoff downs for both teams. Third down situation, probably 4 down territory. If we know Bob Olin, though, right, on the 49-yard line, I wouldn't be surprised if Edon ran the ball here, anticipating going for it on 4th down.
Liberty Center, 7-0 lead on Bryan. It'll be third down and a long 5 from the 49-yard line. Sapp to throw. 3 men rushing. Bubble screen caught. On the run. Great open field tackle by Grant Gurrell as he held Colton Willis to a gain of a couple, and it'll set up a 4th down and 3.
Yeah. It's a great job there that time by Grant Gurrell, who's outside linebacker, defensive end, kind of a hybrid position for Montpelier. And he's been another really key component on that defensive line for the Locomotives. But look how Montpelier is showing that they're going to bring 4, but drop everybody off, and there's a lot of bodies in coverage that time.
And now, as you called, Bob Olin at midfield will go for it on 4th and a long 2. Empty backfield. 3 receivers right, 2 receivers left on a 4th down and 2. Sapp wants to throw far side. Pass is broken up and incomplete. Tapped over there by Cooley, who got a hand on it. And then Montpelier will turn Edon over on downs.
Yeah, on the other side, that outside linebacker / defensive end is Griff Cooley, only a sophomore. He's going to be a good one. Dropped off in coverage and just got a paw on that ball and knocked it down. Locomotives take over on downs.
If Andy Robinson is drawing up a start, you can't ask for a better one. You go down and score in 5 plays, and then you get a stop at midfield. They go 5 wide and empty. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. 6-0, 8:23 to go in the first quarter. Sharps throws near side. It is caught by Smith. Brigle went for the pick. Now Smith down the sideline, out of bounds at about the 37-yard line, make it the 36. So that'll be a pickup of 15 on the pass play. The gamble didn't pay off.
Yeah, I like the break there by Brigle and just didn't get a hand on it that time. A dangerous throw. But look at the velocity that the young sophomore Hayden Sharp's throwing with there. That ball was on the money. Something he struggled with this season is throwing the short ball. Throws a good deep ball, but struggles throwing the short ball. That time, that was on the money.
So 1st and 10, Montpelier at the Edon 36. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Friend will line up as a halfback to the left of Sharps on this 1st down and 10 snap. Plenty of time on the play clock at 12. Smith goes in motion to the far side. Inside give to Friend. Stutter step move now at the 30. Cut back 25. Still on his feet, down now, cut down at the 21-yard line. That'll be a run of 15 for Brennan Friend. And they are moving the football right now, Mike Bumb, with ease.
Relative ease. Montpelier struggled running the football the last few weeks. They put an emphasis on practice this week. So far, they're running the ball effectively. Doing everything effectively offensively. They only had 2 series. A lot of ball left to be played, but so far, Coach Robinson's got to be pleased.
So 1st and 10, just outside the 21. Montpelier right now on 2 offensive drives and a defensive drive, owning that line of scrimmage. 2 receivers both ways. Pistol formation. Friend in the backfield on 1st and 10 at the 21. Edon shows blitz as a man comes in motion to the near side. That's Rummel. Back to throw is Sharps. Throws over the middle, in and out of the hands of Smith, who had a step on the inside that time of Briggs Gallahue.
Yeah, Edon brought pressure on the end there. It was really a good call there by Coach Robinson. I thought Smith should have had that ball and he would have maybe scored, but just couldn't corral it.
So 2nd and 10, just outside the 21-yard line, in between the 21 and 2. Clock stops, 7:29 remaining in the quarter. 6-0 Montpelier on the Andres O'Neill and Low scoreboard, and on the move again. 3 receivers come left. Brink one-on-one to the right with Radebaugh. Friend in the backfield. Sharps wants Brink. Sideline right. Jump ball. It's incomplete. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
I thought that was pretty good coverage there by Max Radebaugh. Sharps put it up, a 50-50 ball. You know, I thought Brink had a chance of making that play that time, too. I haven't seen Sharps throw a bad ball yet. I think all of them have been catchable. And I wouldn't call that a drop, but I think it was certainly a play that Brink could have kind of came down with.
3rd and 10.
Now, let's see. Edon likes to dial up the pressure on 3rd down situations here. Boy, they got a good middle linebacker there in the middle, number 8, Cohen Hulbert. Let's see what he does.
Cole Olds solid. So 3rd down and 10. Two receivers both ways. Sharps wants to throw. Pressure up the middle. A screen is incomplete. Again, had Friend in the flat and room to run on that far side and threw it a little bit behind him, and it'll be 4th down.
Love the play calling. That was the first bad ball that Sharps made. Had he executed that, there was a lot of room to run. Who was applying pressure for the Bombers? Number 8.
Yep.
Coming right up the middle, Cohen Holbert.
Well, you're in no man's land here. You got a decent field goal kicker, but not good enough to go 40 yards. You're at the 22, so it'll be a 4th down and 10 call here for Montpelier.
Watch for the intermediate slant to the one receiver side. Montpelier runs that pretty effectively, and this is kind of a medium distance kind of a need for the Locomotives. We'll see what they do.
4th and 10 at the 22. 10 on the play clock. Two receivers both ways. Friend in the backfield. Man goes in motion. It's Smith. Back to throw is Sharps. Sharps under pressure. Gets rid of it, but it'll be a turnover on downs. It's not a sack. It's a turnover on downs, and great pressure and a great defensive stand by Edon.
Yeah, it sure was that time. And again, Edon's MO is on 3rd down and 4th down situations, bring the heat. That time Parker Kelly in there. And again, Nate Olds was in there too as well. Not the sack, but certainly the hurry on that time.
So the Edon defense stands up and gets a critical stop when they need it.
I'm sorry, Cole Olds. I said Nate Olds. Nice play.
1st down and 10. Edon at their own 22-yard line. 5 wide look, 3 to the left, 2 to the right, low snap, 2 sap. Throw to the far side, pass is caught in traffic. Great job that time by Montpelier. Actually, it's not caught. They broke it up because they all converged on the football on that far side. It was intended over there for Owens.
Locomotives showing that they're going to bring 4, dropping everybody off into coverage, making it very difficult for Kyler Sapp to make a read.
2nd and 10, Edon at their own 22. 3 receivers to the right, twins to the left. 2 down linemen, 2 creeping from standing, and they're not, only one's rushing and stunning, so it's a 3-man rush. Gurrell coming late, over the middle, pass caught, Owens at the 27. He's at the 30. He'll be chopped down at about the 35 or 6, but it's enough for a 1st down on a gain of 14.
Great job on the crossing route that time by Owens. Again, I think Sapp's going to have time tonight, mainly because of the scheme of Montpelier, so he's just going to have to make good decisions and be patient. That time he was hitting Owens across the middle.
Braden Brink made the tackle. Liberty Center off and running, up 14-0 on Bryan. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right on 1st and 10. Edon at their own 36-yard line. 6-0 Montpelier. Sapp flush to the far side. Sapp pressure coming late. Throw caught. Radabaugh. He's into Montpelier territory. Spins his way inside the 45, down at the 42-yard line. Gain of 22 on the pass play.
Yeah, that was to Holbert that time.
Holbert, I beg your pardon.
Nice little touch pass there that time by Sapp. And don't underestimate how difficult that was, because Holbert caught that going over his shoulder right into the traffic of Montpelier. Very gutsy catch. A lot of kids will get alligator arms and drop that, not Holbert.
My correction there on the 6 and the 8. Holbert 8, Radabaugh 6. 5 wide look, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Holbert comes in motion to the near side. They'll go back out and throw him a screen at midfield. 45. Brink came up and made a terrific open field tackle for no gain, maybe a yard. Let's wait and see. It'll be a gain of 1, so 2nd down and 9 on the pass play.
That's a good open field tackle. Holbert's bigger and stronger than Brink. He does the right thing. Hit him low.
5:40 and rolling to play, 1st quarter. 6-0 Montpelier on the Andres O'Neill Low scoreboard. Edon's first trip into plus territory. They have a 2nd and 9 at the Montpelier 42-yard line. Hash mark near side. 3 receivers to the short side of the field. That's to the right. 2 receivers to the left. Sapp with the empty look. 2 down linemen. How many actually come? It's 3 rushing. Again, crossing route, and it's too tall for Owens. Closest target on the far side as far as coverage was concerned was Wesley Hartsock, a freshman, seeing more time, and it'll be 3rd and long.
Just a little bit too high that time. Again, that's maybe the first bad ball that Sapp's thrown as well, too. Both quarterbacks looking sharp tonight.
So 3rd down and 9 Edon at the 42 of Montpelier. 6-0 still. Trips to the right. Twins to the left. 3rd and 9 snap. 2-man rush for Montpelier. Sapp Looking. Now Ash Wall's coming to get him. So is Cooley, and they'll slam him down at the 40. It'll be a run of a couple for Sapp, but it'll leave them with a 4th down, and let's call it 7 for the first down.
It's really important for Montpelier when they're only rushing 2 to rally to the football when Sapp breaks the pocket. That time Cooley did a nice job of closing in.
So the Edon defense, or the Edon offense, will stay out there. It will be 4th down and maybe 8 is what we're looking at here. 4th and 8 from the 41 of Montpelier.
Watch for the crossing routes. Edon's had success in those in the past on 3rd and 4th down.
Play clock coming down, and it may be a timeout. Yep, Bob Owen's just going to bring this thing all the way down, take a timeout, and then we'll see what happens on a 4th down and 8. 4:20 to go in the quarter. 6-0. Montpelier will be right back.
When you're on the road this summer, your rewards checking account at Midwest Community has deals from coast to coast that you can access online or in the app. It goes where you go, so you never miss a sweet deal on dining, hotels, entertainment, and more. And if you're stuck on the side of the road, just use the built-in roadside assistance to get back up and running. You also get cell phone protection, ID theft aid, and more, all included with your rewards checking account. It's banking that connects to life in all the ways you do. Learn more today at MidwestCommunity.org.
Back out here at Edon, 6-0 here. Edon trailing Montpelier in the WBL. Defiance has been one of the great storylines there and been doing it the last couple of weeks without their leading running back, Brogan Castillo, I beg your pardon. Tonight, underdog Kenton at 2-3 has an early lead, 6-0. Kenton took a lead on first place Salina last week as well, so that's a capable team and a game to watch. All right, 4th and 8 here from the 41 of Montpelier. Get inside Bob Owen's head right now offensively.
Well, I think it's going to be a crossing route of some kind, and again, he may have 3 receivers to one side and 1 to the other, or 2 and 2, and again, run those inside receivers where they're crossing. And Sapp's going to have time to throw the football, but look for those intermediate routes.
So 4th down and 8, Edon at the Montpelier 41. 6-0. Locos in front. We're late into the first quarter here, just over 4 minutes to go. 4 receivers come to the right. Owens is the only receiver to the left. 2 down linemen. 2 others creeping. How many rush? It's only a 2-man rush for Montpelier. Sapp looks. Sapp still has time. Now throws over the middle. It's incomplete. And it will be another turnover on downs as they dropped 9 in coverage that time and make another stop.
Yeah, the pressure came from Grant Garrell there. Nice job. But again, this scheme by Coach Branshaw, the defensive coordinator for Montpelier. So far, we've only had 2 possessions, been really impressive. Montpelier's got him a little bit confused at the last 2 possessions, and Coach Branshaw is a really good football coach for Montpelier. Coaches former head coach, coaches the defensive side of the ball, but also coaches offensive line.
So 1st and 10 Montpelier at their own 41 as they get another great start to a drive. Their own 47, their own 49, and now their own 41. Rummel goes in motion to the far side out of a trips look. Inside give to Friend. Friend runs into a wall, though, that time. Great job defensively by Blake Baker.
Yeah, Blake Baker that time just shoved off the offensive blocker. Just kind of closed right down there on the gap that time. And that was maybe as good a defensive line play against the run that Edon's had tonight.
Brennan Friend actually will call it no gain on the play. So 2nd down and 10. As they mark it at the 41-yard line.
Somebody to keep an eye on. Again, Parker Kelly, both on the offensive side and the defensive side, number 78 for the Bombers.
3.5 to go, first quarter. 2 receivers both ways, pistol formation, Friend in the backfield. Back to throw is Sharps. Steps up away from trouble. Now is going to have the pocket collapse, and he's spun forward by Cole Olds. It will be a positive gain of 2, but another great defensive play by Edon. So 3rd down and 8.
Real good pressure by Edon. Montpelier's trying to have longer developing passing plays. The offensive line just simply hasn't held up. And quite frankly, Sharps needs to get rid of the ball a little sooner.
Yep. 3rd down and 8 for Montpelier at their own 43. Ball resting middle of the field. Locos move right to left. 2:50 to go in the first quarter of play. 6-0 Montpelier on the Andres O'Neill and Low scoreboard. Cooley now in the backfield. 2-by-2 look receiver-wise. Snap comes to Sharps. Sharps looks sideline right. Wants Brink, and the adjustment. He cannot hang on. Radebaugh on coverage. Brink had it in his hands at the 20, but just unable to finish the catch.
Would have been a tough catch, but boy, how about the placement of the ball? That was on the money. Again, Hayden Sharps, he can throw a deep ball as well as anybody. We have a hold, I think, going on. Or no?
Hold on, Montpelier, so they'll decline the penalty, and it'll be fourth down.
It would have been all for naught anyway. Good stand there by the Bombers.
So we get our first punt of the night. Hayden Sharps, who came in a couple of weeks ago replacing Cam Smith as the punter, has done a terrific job. Going deep for Edon.
Caden Stantz.
Will be Stantz, who has been a pretty fearless punt returner.
Yeah.
Wasion still leads PH 7-0 after one. A lot of computer points on the line there, particularly Patrick Henry, and that one is a shank. We had praised Hayden Sharps, and that one will actually end up taking an Edon bounce coming back near midfield. It'll be a 9-yard punt and no return as we stay here for the final couple of minutes of this first quarter. Overall impressions here deep in the first, Foz.
Wow. Love the quarterback play for both sides. I think Sapp and Sharps have been outstanding. Montpelier's ran the ball effectively. Defensively, I like the scheme that Montpelier's had, and I think it's confused Edon a little bit.
First and 10, Edon at their own 49-yard line. Sapp wants to throw far side. It is caught at the 45-yard line. Christian Owens, he's belted to the deck by Wesley Hartsock. It'll be a gain of 6 on the play, so it'll be 2nd down and 4.
But as we thought, it's two very competitive teams. You look at the matchups out there, and you see two teams that are kind of mirror one another, both in their schemes and also the talent level, quite frankly.
2nd down and 4, Edon at the 45 of Montpelier. Trips to the right, twins to the left, 2 down linemen again, and they're on the near side. And they're only rushing this side. Now a late blitz from Gurrell. Sapp spins away from trouble. Throws. It's caught by Owens. And that play was all Kyler Sapp keeping it alive, Mike Bumb, and picking up the first down.
Yeah, Montpelier had delayed blitz that time, had a free shot at Sapp, missed because of the Sapp's athleticism. And as you said, that was all Sapp making it happen.
Pickup of 11 on the pass play. So it'll be Owens again, the target, and a 1st and 10 at the Edon or at the Montpelier 34.
And that's what athletes do. They make plays when there are no plays to be made.
Buck 25 and rolling. 5 wide look, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. So the empty backfield. Montpelier creeping, again only rushing 2. Quarterback draw. Sapp to the 30. Sapp to the 20. Sapp to the 15. Down near the 10-yard line. A run of 23 on the play, and it'll be 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
I'd be surprised if we don't see more of that straight running plays from Sapp, as much as Montpelier is dropping everybody out in the middle and only rushing 2 and 3.
So 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line. Under a minute to go in the quarter. 6-0 Montpelier, but that lead is in danger. 5 wide look, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Sapp to throw. Rushing 3. Sapp looks, fires end zone, and it is caught for an Edon touchdown. Max Radebaugh on the reception on an 11-yard TD pass.
Just a nice little stop route there. Montpelier playing a little bit too soft and couldn't react, and Sapp again delivers a bullet.
4 plays, 51 yards to tie this thing for the moment. And Edon is going to kick the extra point. Remember, this is their exchange student that has come on. Actually, no, it'll be Lewis Leonard who will kick. Leonard, low snap. Brigle gets it down. Kick is on the way, and it is good. Leonard gives Edon a 7-6 lead with 41 seconds left in the first. We'll be right back.
Peltz Lumber Company in Montpelier and Pioneer has some exciting news. Not only has Peltz been bringing you the finest in building materials for generations, now they have a new website with a huge selection of items for you to browse right at your fingertips and in your own home. Just go to peltzlumber.com and hit the products button, and there it is. Tools, hardware, lumberyard and building materials, windows, doors, kitchen and bath. Check out the items you need and the prices, and stop by the store in Montpelier or Pioneer, or give them a call at 419-485-3059. Peltz Lumber, building for a new generation.
The extra point by Lewis Leonard makes it a 7-6 lead for Edon. Quick update in the NWOAL. The route is on in Henry County. Liberty Center 21, Bryan nothing. Now, Bryan's a team that's been able to score on everybody that they've played, but this is a different animal tonight.
Totally different animal. Don't ever underestimate, I'm going to get overly dramatic here, but the ferocity of Liberty Center. They're different. I don't think that they had as much talent as Archibald, but they were much more ferocious than Archibald and just blew them out. They're just physical. It's a different community. It goes against all of the norms as far as size and stereotypes, and they're just different. It's just different up there from a football perspective.
So Edon finally able to break through here, Mike Bumb. A 4-play, 51-yard drive, 7-6, and a kickoff. It gets beyond Friend, and then he goes back, and as he makes the grab on the bounce, he stumbles, and Montpelier are going to have horrible field position back at their own 6-yard line. That was disaster from the get-go for the Locos.
Yeah, that really looked ugly. The whole thing. His friend was kind of nonchalant and let the ball go by him, and I don't know if he realized he had to get on it, and then he grabbed her, kind of fell down there, and going to put the Locomotives in a bind here to start the drive.
1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line. Officially, 7-6, Edon on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. 3 receivers go to the right, 1 receiver left right now for Montpelier. As the play is signaled in, now Smith will join Chavez Martin in a twins look here to the near side. Play clock at 6. Play clock at 4. Snap comes to number 4. Sharps under duress over the middle. Incomplete. Intended for Friend. Cohen Hulbert, good coverage in the slot.
Yeah, good coverage, and Edon's starting to get heat on Sharps there. He's got a person in his, Sharps has got a person in his grill every time he throws the ball.
2nd down and 10 with 33 seconds to play in the quarter. 7-6 Edon on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard.
Montpelier's going to, I know it's, Sharps struggles throwing that short ball, but they're going to have to start throwing some intermediate, quick little passes because I think Edon's getting to him too quick.
5 wide look again, 3 to the right, 2 to the left, so an empty backfield for Hayden Sharps from his own end zone. Steps up, fires the out route, caught by Smith. He's shoved out of bounds across the 15 and up near the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. That's a gain of 12 on the pass play to Cam Smith and a 1st down. A critical 1st down.
It really was for field position, if nothing else.
They'll spot it at the 19, so 1st and 10 Locos. Final 27 seconds of this opening quarter that has been exactly what you would expect out of a 4-1 Montpelier team and a 3-2 Edon team that are now bitter conference rivals. 3 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Back to throw is Sharps. Steps up in the pocket, steps away from trouble, is able to battle his way for 4 out to the 25-yard line. An avalanche of Bombers bringing him down, being led by Peyton Troush. And that is going to do it for quarter number 1 after the run of 6 on the play. Good first quarter after 1. Edon 7, Montpelier 6. This is week 6 of high school football on B-Rock Sports.
Knocking Point Outfitters just got in some great ideas for hunting season. Seed heaters and tree saddles. Stop by Knocking Point and try out both of these great items that are must-haves for your upcoming season. Not only can you use the seed heaters for hunting, they are also great for football games or any outdoor event in the cold. And while you're checking out the great items in the store, bring your bow and have it checked out early before opening day on September 30th. Like Knocking Point Outfitters and see all their upcoming events and great in-store items on Facebook. Knocking Point Outfitters, the starting point for every perfect shot.
For all of your insurance needs, see Denny Gehrig or Elaine Hake at Gehrig's All-Star Insurance Agency, East Main Street in Montpelier. Gehrig's All-Star Insurance Agency offers home, auto, business, and farm insurance, plus financial responsibility bonds are available. Gehrig's All-Star Insurance Agency wants to salute and congratulate all of the area athletes for their time and commitment. Good luck to all the athletes. From Gehrig's All-Star Insurance Agency, East Main Street, Montpelier.
7-6 Edon as we begin quarter number 2. Quickly, some numbers, Fozzie Bear.
Yeah, the passing game, again, what we thought was quarterback driven. Hayden Sharps is 4 for 10 for 67 yards. And on the other side, Kyler Sapp is 9 for 14 for 86 yards. So good quarterback play so far in the early going.
And by the way, our thanks to the best looking, best stats person in all of Northwest Ohio, the lovely and talented Mrs. Brigle tonight. Finally up in our level, up in our game tonight, Fozzie Bear.
Glad to have her.
Second down and 4 from the 25. It leaves the Foz unencumbered, and that's what we love. Screen, tunnel screen caught by Chavez Martin. He's across the 30. He's still battling his way out to the 35 on a 2nd and 4. Chavez Martin will get 10 on the tunnel screen.
Yeah, a little tunnel screen that time. They like Chavez Martin going deep because he's got a lot of speed. Don't usually use him in intermediate routes. That time, just a little tunnel screen.
Tackle made on the far side by Brigle and Zane Oberlin and company. So, after a drive that began at their own 7, Montpelier out to their own 35 now with a first down and 10. 7-6 Edon on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard, just underway in quarter number 2. Locos trying to get to 5-1 for the first time since 1999. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left, Friend in the backfield. In the pistol formation, Smith comes in motion near side. Sharps wants to throw the deep ball. Chavez Martin, and he's unable to make the connection. But Chavez Martin got behind everybody from Edon and was there for the taking.
Yeah, and I think you can see the speed that time by Chavez Martin. And what they've struggled with Chavez is not so much getting behind people. He does. It's just having those, being able to redirect when the ball's in the air and taking proper angles. And that time, ball just a little bit too far for Chavez.
28-0 Liberty Center over Bryan. Early second quarter. 2nd and 10 here in a 7-6 Montpelier lead. Edon lead on Montpelier. 2 receivers both ways. Friend in the backfield. He'll get the ball. Friend off to the left, 35. And going to be chopped down. Zane Oberlin got him low. Cole Olds hit him high, and still down on the play is Friend after a run of 3. We'll step aside with an injury timeout. 10:59 left first half. 7-6 Edon on B-Rock Sports.
If you've been thinking about a remodeling project for your home or business, Field Supply Center in Blakesley should be your first choice. Field Supply Center in Blakesley, and not only has all the lumber for that project, they also have all the building supplies you'll need, along with everything you need for the project, including the cabinetry, plus the expertise to help make your home even more beautiful. It's all at Field Supply Center, located in Blakesley. Field Supply Center, wishing good luck to all the players in tonight's game.
7-6 game, Edon in front. Brennan Friend, the injured Loco right now, Foz.
Yeah, right now the trainer, Sidney Ranzau, who's been working on him. Hopefully it's nothing serious. By the way, Sidney Ranzau wanted to give a shout-out tonight to her grandmother, Susan Roby, who was 78 years old, Ange, broke her hip. She's now home recovering, listening to us on WBNL 100.9 tonight. Hey, your granddaughter's doing a great job for the Locomotives.
And congratulations and as far as the recovery is concerned, and wish you nothing but the best. Also, while we're in our listener salute segment, want to say hi to Don and Luella Rocky, who are home listening to us tonight. And also, they're one of our favorites. And, of course, your wonderful mother, who is a diehard fan of the Ange and the Foz. Chip Bum, thanks to her for tuning in tonight.
Sean Briner already given us texts all the way on San Diego, California, former Edon.
So we are coast to coast tonight, my good friend.
Yeah.
Covering and spanning the globe here in Williams County. 2 receivers both ways. His friend left the field, looking to the flat, passes juggled and dropped by Cooley. And a big-time hit applied by Briggs Gallahue as Cooley was trying to reel it in and jarred it loose late.
He touched that time. Cooley just kind of bobbled it, and Briggs Gallahue made him pay.
And it's punt time for Montpelier as a 3rd and 7 situation. Friend is over getting attended to on that Montpelier bench right now, by the way. This will be the 2nd Montpelier punt. If nothing else, unless Sharps doesn't have another good effort on the punt. If nothing else, they got some breathing room and able to flip the field potentially here at least a little bit.
Sharp's capable of hitting the boomer.
Here comes the Sharps kick, much better than that first effort. A high hanger that hits at the 30 and now takes a Montpelier roll, and there you go. It'll be down at the 20-yard line. So that will be a 42-yard punt, no return. And Montpelier will see Edon come back out onto the field with a 7-6 lead here in this one. Glad you could be with us. We're in Montpelier next week, by the way, as Van Loo will be in town. It's Van Loo at Montpelier next Friday night for Week 7 on B-Rock Sports. We know what Week 10 looks like. We'll be here in Edon for Ottawa Hills at Edon. That's going to have some ramifications, we know, on the TAC title. We're not sure where we'll be Weeks 8 and 9 yet. 5 wide, 3 to the left, 2 to the right for Edon on 1st and 10 at their own 20. Montpelier bringing 3. The pass down the field on an out route. It's caught by Edon. He stepped out of bounds at the 44-yard line. That's a pickup of 24 on the pass play.
Yeah, we had a great view of that time. It was a good route by Edon, but more importantly, Kyler Sapp just throws that ball where he was going. A lot of times high school players will wait till they're open, not throw them open. That time, Kyler Sapp threw his receiver open.
3 receivers right, 2 receivers left. 1st and 10, Edon at their own 44-yard line. Hash mark near side. 2 down linemen for Montpelier. 7-6. They'll rush 3, bringing Ash Walls up the middle. Sapp flush to the near side. Sapp looks down the middle. It's caught. Edon at the 30. Edon at the 20. Foot race. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. 56 yards. Sapp to Edon.
Yeah, great individual play there by Max Edon, breaking 2 tackles in the open field that time after he caught the ball. Gives Edon the lead.
Second touchdown pass of the night. Second time those two have hooked up tonight.
And that was a kid, of course, and every team's going to say this because he's an outstanding player, but somebody that Coach Robinson said they circled. They got to do a good job of defending Max Edon. So far, advantage Edon.
2 plays, 80 yards on the drive. Leonard for the extra point. Snap, spot, kick on the way, and the extra point is good. 10:06 to go, first half of football. Edon 14, Montpelier 6. This is high school football on B-Rock Sports.
John Dye and everyone at Strong Real Estate in Montpelier would like to wish all the athletes in tonight's game good luck. Located right in the heart of Montpelier, Ohio, Strong Real Estate Solutions is successfully helping people find that perfect home, building lot, or commercial property. Strong Real Estate Associates are available to provide you with full service in all your real estate needs. Contact John Dye today at Strong Real Estate Solutions in Montpelier, Ohio.
Couple of quick scores. Archbold leads Evergreen 7-0. Kenton leads Defiance 12-8. Tenora on top of Wayne Trace 7-0. You know that Archbold Evergreen game, Archbold's going to more than likely win, but did you know that Evergreen is in the playoff chase right now, Foz? I know we're only halfway through the schedule. They would be in right now 16th. That would be a huge feather if they would win that kind of a game.
What's their record? I don't even know.
2-3, but competitive in, I'd say, all but one of those games. New head coach there. Yeah. Again, Barry Bach, although that's what the 3rd coach in the last 4 years at Evergreen, I believe, or 3rd in the last 5. So trying to stabilize that situation. Edon has stabilized things here tonight on an 80-yard drive in 2 plays. Sapp to Edon, 56 yards. Squib kick again. Gets under Rummel. He'll go scoop it up at the 12. He's at the 15. He's up near the 20, and that's it. It'll be 1st and 10 Montpelier at the 20-yard line.
Loco's got to do a better job of picking up those kickoffs. They're just letting them go through their hands there like a ground ball through a second baseman's glove.
Right through the 5-hole, Foz.
Right through the 5-hole and putting their offense in a bind.
1st and 10 at their own 20. No Brennan Friend. It's Cooley in the backfield. 2 receivers come right. 2 receivers go left, pistol formation with Cooley in the backfield on this 1st down and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Sharps throws far side. Pass caught. Chavez Martin crosses the 30. Dragged down at the 34-yard line by Kendall Brigle. Pitch and catch of 14.
Second catch for Chavez Martin.
So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line. 9:45 and rolling to play first half.
Well, nothing's changed here. Either team's game plan. Again, I think you like what Montpelier's doing offensively.
Andy Robinson has made, I think that, you're up to a 4-1 record, but just take records aside. I want to, after this play, give you a chance to talk about the culture that he is instilling at Montpelier right now. The snap to Sharps, the give on the inside. Nothing doing for Cooley. Parker Kelly got in there and twisted him down for a loss of 3 on the play. Yeah. So it'll be 2nd down and 13.
Parker Kelly is a little slow to get up. Looks like he's going to be fine, thankfully. He's Edon's best offensive and defensive lineman.
Tell me about that culture building and what it's been like for Andy Robinson. You've been able to gauge that from your kind of your perch in the school system?
I think he's the right guy for the job. I think he's done an outstanding job this year. He's well-mannered. He's I wouldn't say he's a player's coach, but he's a kid who relates, or a guy who relates well with the kids.
Here's the snap. Sharps over the middle. A little curl route caught by Rummel. Forward progress gets him to the 38-yard line. Brigle with the tackle. That's a gain of 6, so it'll be 3rd and 6.
I think he's also surrounded himself with a good coaching staff. He likes Montpelier. The kids love him. Got talent coming. I know you got to go down into the youth league, but there's a lot of numbers there, and if he can stick around, I think Montpelier is going to be a really good program in the future.
So 3rd and 6 for Montpelier at their own 38-yard line. 2 receivers to the short side, 2 receivers to the wide side. Cooley in the backfield on this 3rd and 6, and Edon just jumped into the neutral zone, and now it'll be 3rd and 1 after the 5-yard penalty.
Love the hard count. Edon, again, is going to blitz on 3rd down and long, or if it's in 4th down, they're going to bring the heat, and usually it's going to be with their middle linebacker positions, in this case, Cohen Holbert. And that time, Holbert just got a little bit too overzealous.
Keep an eye on number 4 here in this situation. Montpelier has been very good in 3rd and short situations, 4th and short situations, just running quarterback draw with Sharps.
Tonight they have been. Historically, this year they have not been.
3rd down and 1. He'll throw, but a timeout, Andy Robinson, before the snap. 7:41 left in the half. 14-6 Bombers, 3rd and 1 Montpelier when we return.
Precise Metal Form, 810 Commerce Drive in Bryan, wants to say good luck to the Edon Bombers in tonight's athletic contest. Precise Metal Form is a proud supporter of Edon Bomber athletics, both boys and girls sports. Precise Metal Form in Bryan, saluting the athletes on all of their hard work and wishing them the best of luck in this athletic contest. Precise Metal Form, 810 Commerce Drive in Bryan, saying go Bombers in this game.
Couple of score updates. Patrick Henry has claimed the lead, 8-7 on Wauseon. That's a really good matchup there in the NWOAL. And Tenora extends their lead on Wayne Trace as well tonight. Here, it is 14-6 Edon. 7:41 left in the first half of play. Montpelier will have a 3rd and 1 out at their 43-yard line here. A lot of plays available to you here if you're Andy Robinson.
I think it's 4-down territory. Andy Robinson said he wants to be aggressive tonight. With that being said, will Montpelier run the ball here? If you're asking me, I think they will. I think they'll run the ball here, anticipating having another down.
So Sharps will bring Smith in the backfield along with Cooley, almost an offset eye. And now, is it an illegal shift? Or is it too many men on the field? Too many men out there. Illegal participation on Montpelier. So now they're right back to where they started on a 3rd down and 6 now.
That changes everything. Montpelier was going under center, something they don't do very often. They've worked at it this week in practice for these short yardage situations. And that time looked a little bit disorganized and appeared to be an illegal shift. And as you said, that's going to bring them right back to the original line of scrimmage.
So 3rd and 6 Locos back at their own 38. 14-6 Edon on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. 7:41 left in the half. Sharps in the pistol look. 2 receivers both ways. Cooley behind Sharps. Sharps to throw. Sharps looks deep. Sharps overthrew Chavez Martin.
Yeah, he had him too.
I mean, Martin is blowing by coverage on that far sideline. If they ever can find the connection, that's been there all night.
Yeah, he's just faster than the guy who's guarding him. And there was a hole right there. And Sharps, who again usually throws a really good deep ball, that time just got away from him.
And it'll be a punting situation again for Montpelier. 3rd consecutive Montpelier punt. Sharps to boot it away. Edon sending Caden Stantz back deep. He's waiting on the punt at about his 30-yard line. Here comes the Sharps boot, and that's again off the side of his foot. And it sails out of bounds. This is going to be somewhere near the 40, 45, maybe even up to midfield. Side judge still walking. Still walking at the 47-yard line. A 9-yard punt. That's the second 9-yard punt of the night.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there because he's really capable of hitting big punts. And when we did the Cardinal Stritch game, I don't know what the average was, but it was above 45 yards a punt. And this time just not connecting on his foot.
So Edon, terrific field position now at the Montpelier 47-yard line. 2-by-2 look with a wing also to the right side. So 5 wide in all as Montpelier will rush 3. Sapp flushed out of the pocket near side. Holding penalty is coming up, so take this yardage away. Sapp scrambles for 4, but this is going to be a hold on Edon.
Yeah, and it was on Eli Fackler, who just really blew right through the offensive line that time of Edon, and probably was a good move by Edon to try to reach out and grab him because he had his sights on Kyler Sapp.
Good Lord. 4:10 to go in the first half. Liberty Center 42-0 on Bryan. I thought all along Liberty Center would win that game and win it convincingly, but I really thought Bryan would score points.
Bryan just didn't tackle defensively.
No, they don't.
They can put some points on there. They're not tonight, but I just don't think they're very physical defensively this year.
North Central leads Van Loo 32-0 in the second quarter. 1st and 20 back at the 42. Sapp to throw. Bubble screen caught by Owens. 45. And he'll be slammed forward back near the original line of scrimmage by Cooley. So a gain of 10, and it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Really important for Montpelier to get their defense off the field this series. You don't want to go down 2 scores to Edon in halftime here. If you can get a stop here, and who knows, maybe they can get down and have a chance to tie it before the half.
Holbert will stay in the backfield now. Twins both ways on 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line. Sapp wants to throw it deep. He's still looking. Now he sends everybody deep and will try to dump it to Owens, who made the catch. I think he did tiptoe the sidelines. Owens took a shot to the solar plexus and is going to come out.
Well, that was a big-time catch there. Nice touch pass by Sapp.
That's a gain of...
Sorry, Andrew, go ahead.
That will be a pickup of 14 to move the sticks.
How about the guts by Owens? A lofter right there. Sapp kind of hung him out to dry, didn't he?
Yeah.
And Owens takes a shot, but guess what? He hauled it in and made the big play.
So a gain to the 34-yard line, 1st down and 10. Edon moving right to left, trying to expand this 14-6 lead. 5 wide look. Owens getting some attention. As we said, he definitely got the wind knocked out of him near side. Sapp against the 2-man rush. Sapp over the middle. It's tipped and then falls to the turf.
Yeah.
Good break on the ball by Rummel.
Good break. Sapp didn't see Cohen Holbert out in the flat area, who was wide open. And they'll look at that at film tomorrow and say, whoa, what are you looking at there? And he had his eyes fixated in the middle.
2nd and 10, Edon at the Montpelier 34. Midway through this second quarter. A 14-6 Edon lead on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard.
Well, this is obviously 4-down territory for the Bombers.
3 receivers go to the right. 2 receivers come left. An empty backfield for Sapp. Sapp looks. Sapp has plenty of time. Throws. Crossing route. Caught. And the reception will be Cohen Holbert. Holbert inside the 30 to the 27-yard line. That'll be a gain of 7 on the play, so it'll be 3rd down and a long 2, short 3. Let's call it 2 and a gain of 8 on the play.
Sapp's only had 1 running play, in which was actually designed.
So 3rd and 2. We may see it here with a 5 wide look and an empty set on 3rd and 2. Sapp, straight ahead run. Eli Fackler had him for a moment. Ash Walls ends up bringing him down, but it's going to be close to the 1st down. Will be a 1st down. Gain of 2 on 3rd and 2. Eli Fackler has been neutralized tonight a little bit. And I know it's part of the game plan because this isn't like a Fackler game where he can come gobble up ball carriers left and right, but they've done a good job of keeping the flow away from him.
Well, they have, and a lot of that's because Montpelier's only rushing 2 and 3 people, so you got more blockers on them. So the idea for Montpelier is pick your poison and try to get more bodies in coverage so Edon doesn't throw the ball as effectively, so they're not bringing as much heat.
3 receivers right. Make it 1 and 1 to the left with a running back, and now a sideline warning against Montpelier. So that's a warning. 1st and 10 for Edon at the 24-yard line. 5:06 left in the first half. 14-6. Bombers in front, looking to add to the lead and make it a 2-score lead. Sapp will have Holbert in the backfield as a running back to his right. 3 receivers right. Owens is back in as a receiver to the left. It's Holbert on the interior. Holbert is tripped up by Eli Fackler, but it's downfield, and it's a run of 6, maybe 7 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 4, 2nd and 3. We'll give him 7 on the run. This has been the longest sustained drive of the night for either team. 8th play of the drive right now. And Andy Robinson wants to talk it over. 4:26 left in the first half. Bombers on the march, leading at 14-6.
Your home is the one place where everything should be perfect, including your air. Stark's Plumbing and Heating Services helps you achieve the perfect air you deserve with reliable, groundbreaking, award-winning Lennox products. Call Stark's Plumbing and Heating Services and see how soon you can get a Lennox home comfort system that'll help improve your health and your mood. It doesn't get any more perfect than that. Call us today at 1-800-329-4040 or visit us at starksphs.com.
Wayne Trace on the board in the GMC with Tenora leading 14-7 in that one. And meanwhile, Wauseon is seesawed back out in front of Patrick Henry. They have a 14-8 lead there in that NWOAL collision. Here it's 14-6 Edon, 4:26 to go in the first half, and a 2nd and 3 for the Bombers at the Montpelier 17. Critical moments here as this first half is starting to come to a close.
Yeah, and if Edon goes up by 2 scores right here before halftime, that's going to put Montpelier in a very difficult spot. So this is a big series here. Right now, Edon seemed to kind of have the momentum going here and pushing Montpelier around a little bit, having some effectiveness running the football too.
3 receivers go right. 2 receivers go to the left. Sapp to throw, looking left, steps up, throws over the middle, pass is caught. Great job sitting down in the middle of that zone. Max Radebaugh, he'll have a first down pickup. That's a gain of 9 on the play, and it'll be 1st and goal from the 8-yard line.
You're getting in those zones. If you're Montpelier, you still got to find the guy that's in there and get on him. Don't just stand there and read the quarterback size. You want to read the quarterback size, but you also got to know the people that are in your zone.
1st and goal, Edon at the 8-yard line, leading 14-6, trying to add to it here. Sapp with an empty look. Looks 3 receivers right now, comes back to the left. 2 receivers. Pass is low and incomplete. Chavez Martin there on coverage. And Radebaugh the intended target. It'll be 2nd and goal at the 8. That'll stop the clock. 3:57 to play in the first half. So 2nd and goal at the 8. Radebaugh will check out. Coming in for Edon will be Gallahue, who will go as a wing to the right, joining 3 receivers to the right. Owens is the only receiver left, and now Bob Olin wants a timeout. 3:57 left. Tenora, by the way, quick strike to answer. They lead Wayne Trace now 21-7. We're going to stay right here with 3:57 left and a 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line. So what do you think here as this first half is coming down? Tell me a little bit about Edon in this 2nd and goal at the 8
Well,
situation.
I mean, everything's kind of working for him this series. So, I mean, who am I to question what Bob Owen's doing? They've had some effectiveness there with just little stop routes and Sapp finding a hole in the zone. But they've also ran the ball a couple times here with Holbert and Sapp and have gotten 3 or 4 yards on it. So they're in a good position here with 2nd down and short. So they've got 3 plays to make something happen. Wouldn't be surprised if Coach Owen did any of the above here, but Montpelier's dropping a lot of people. I think more importantly, when you drop all of those people, you don't just stand back there and look at the quarterback size. You got to redirect a little bit, find who's in your zone. You're reading the quarterback size, but you got to be cognizant of who's in your zone.
1 timeout remaining for both teams. 2nd and goal, Edon from the 8-yard line. Sapp with a 5-wide look. Rolling right is Sapp. Looks, got a man open, missed him. Now comes back across the field. A diving grab. Caught. Radebaugh. Touchdown. 3rd hookup of the night. There was a man in the flat wide open on the far side of the field. But Sapp scanned to the backside, found Radebaugh for the 8-yard TD pass.
That's Radebaugh's 3rd touchdown pass tonight. So big night for him so far.
And that wraps up an 11-play, 47-yard drive.
Really impressive drive there by the Bombers.
And now Edon they're feeling some offensive momentum here, so they'll go for 2. 4 receivers left, 1 receiver to the right side. as they go for two. Man in motion. Here is Sapp. Looks. Back corner of the end zone. Caught. Tiptoe Hulbert for the two-pointer. New score on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. 22-6 Edon. And we'll be right back. Winsler Stamping Company has a number of openings available now, including machinist, manufacturing engineer, machine operators, and product planner positions. They offer an excellent benefits package, including health insurance, paid vacation and holidays, 401k match, shift premium, profit sharing, and tuition assistance. Apply online today at winslerstamping.com/careers. Winsler Stamping Company is a proud supporter of Montpelier High School sports and wishes the best of luck to the athletes in tonight's game. 22-6 our score here in this one. Edon with 22 unanswered, my good friend Mike Bumb, and have looked good in doing it. That was an 11-play, 47-yard drive.
Yeah, they really have. They've heated up there a little bit. They're hitting on all cylinders. Wide receivers are finding holes in that zone defense from Montpelier. And, of course, again, this is a quarterback-driven offense. Kyler Sapp looking really good, being very accurate.
3 TD passes, came in with 14 on the season, so now with 17. Rate of ball now with 8 TD receptions. Tonight, 3 of them, 11, 56, and 8 yards. Still time, though, for Montpelier to get back into this thing. One of the up men on the return, it's Brink. 40, 45. Brink to midfield and spun down in Edon territory at the 48-yard line. Oberlin potentially saved 6.
He did. That was an aggressive run there by Brink. And it puts Montpelier in a situation. Now there's plenty of time. And Montpelier's got, I'm looking on the board, 2 timeouts yet remaining. One timeout, excuse me. And, on the 49-yard line of Edon, so plenty of time.
Yeah. 1st and 10, Locos at the 48 of Edon. 3:39 left in the first half. I don't want to say desperately, but certainly big moment here. Can they go down and can they punch one across and make it a one? Well, they'd have to get 2 to make it a one-score game. Give on the inside to Cooley. Cooley will battle for a yard, and that is all. Great job by the Edon D-line that time to cut him down. It'll be 2nd down and 9 from the 47.
And remember, Edon gets the ball to start the half.
Brennan Friend has not returned after that injury earlier in this quarter. It has been Cooley since then.
Hopefully he's okay. He's had a nice year for the Locomotives, both sides of the football.
2nd down and 9. Twins to the right, twins to the left. Now make it Cooley, making it a trips formation to the right. Empty backfield. Sharps to throw. Pass is caught far side. Getting upfield and being thrown down inside the 40 to the 39-yard line is going to be Cam Smith. That will be a pickup of 8 on the play, so it'll be 3rd down and 1 from the 39.
Cam Smith's 4th catch tonight already for 40 yards.
Clock ticking, 2:40 to go, first half. 22-6 Edon on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. 3 receivers right, 2 receivers left. 3rd and 1. Sharps on the draw, but an offsides against Edon will give Montpelier the first down. You're listening to High School Football, Week 6 on WBNO FM Bryan.
A lot of game to be played, Andy, but you get the feeling that this drive right here is really important for the Locomotives for the chances to win. If they can make this a one-possession game or a one-score game, knowing Edon's got the ball coming out in the second half, I think we still got a ball game here.
And if they do score, still getting a stop on Edon before the half ends.
Yeah, it depends how much time's left. You're right.
1st and 10 at the 34, more movement, and this will be on Montpelier.
Right guard that time just flinched a little bit.
So it'll be 1st and 15 now back at the 39. I want to thank Athletic Director here at Edon, Matt Ripke, taking care of us. Always these two schools do such a great job of making sure that we are in a great shape and a great position on game nights.
This press box that Edon got last year was the first year they had it, right?
Yes.
That's okay. Outstanding. Really nice.
1st and 15, Montpelier at the 39. 3 wide receivers right, 1 to the left, 1 running back in the pistol. That's Cooley. Sharps to throw. Slant route. Good adjustment and catch by Nathan Rummel, who will get down at the 30. So Rummel a gain of 9 on that catch. And it'll be 2nd down and 6.
Score from the area. North Central's up, who Montpelier plays Van Loo next week, 40-0.
There are a couple of games that Montpelier still has on that schedule, Van Leeuwen and Hilltop, where they're going to come in and heavily favored. Those are must-get games to have that shot at the postseason.
Joey Burt, 2 touchdowns in that game. He's had a great year for the Eagles.
2nd down and 6 from the 30. Down to 1:14 left in the half. 1 timeout remaining for both teams. 2 receivers both ways. Sharps to throw, and it's intercepted. He led Martin too much. Christian Owens on the pick.
Yeah, I just threw the ball a little bit too far there that time, and Owens made a nice play. Now here, the bigger story then is there's 1:05 left. Will Bob Olin with a first-team All-League quarterback?
Oh, yes, he will.
Sapp, is he going to be going at this, or is he going to be content to go in 2 scores ahead? Andy?
We know Bob.
I think you're right, my brother.
I mean, come on now. He's got time on the clock and a great quarterback to go with. He's going for points. 1st and 10 at their own 20. 5 wide look. Sapp to throw. Sapp flushed, and he's going to go down. It'll be Fackler who finally gets home in a loss of 11.
Andy, you need 3 things to be a successful head coach in it these days. You know what they are?
Lay them on us.
You ready to go? You ready to
Lay
go?
them on
Mark
us.
this down, baby. A loyal dog, a patient wife, and a quarterback who can spin it.
2nd down and 21. You're all over that.
You like that, didn't you?
3 receivers left.
I got a bunch of those, baby.
2 receivers to the right. 2nd down and 21 back at the 10. Now Edon not as aggressive, and now maybe this is the point where they're going to be a content here. Just going to be a safe route, a little hook route caught by Radebaugh. Radebaugh out to the 20. Radebaugh lost the football. Montpelier has it at the 28, but there's only 8 seconds left, but it's still time to get to the end zone. So officially it's a gain of 17 on the pass play, but then the Edon turnover on the fumble will give Montpelier at least 1, maybe 2 snaps, and looks into the end zone. They do have 1 timeout remaining. So this is a drive that will begin at the Edon 28-yard line.
Locos are going to have 1 chance to get it to the end zone here.
Sharps, of course, with the arm strength to get it there. 2 receivers go right. 2 receivers go to the left. 1st and 10, Montpelier at the 28 of Edon. 8 seconds remaining. Here's Smith in motion to the near side. Sharps gets the snap. Sharps steps up. Sharps running away from trouble. Sharps directing traffic now is going to be taken out of bounds. And no time remaining on the clock. He tried to get there and hope for 1 second.
And I think Montpelier is saying there is 1 second, but when you're on the road, baby, and the hometown scorekeeper's doing it, you're probably not going to get the benefit of the doubt. It was close.
It's a run of 8 to end the half, and that's how it will come to an end. 22-6 Edon after 1 half of football. Stay with us. The main stops of Northwest Ohio halftime report is coming your way next.
Camco Industries, with facilities located in West Unity, Ohio and Montpelier, Michigan, has openings on all 3 shifts for production and assembly operators. We manufacture interior plastic products for the automotive industry. As an operator, you will be required to visually inspect, trim, assemble, and pack parts, as well as label containers. You must be able to pass an entry-level test and a substance abuse test. Camco also has openings for shipping associates, material handlers, and production leads. Camco offers a complete benefit package along with a bonus for the successful completion of probationary status, an attendance bonus, and a referral bonus. If you would like to join our team, please complete an application online at www.kumi-na.com or in person at Camco, 1001 East Jackson Street, West Unity, Ohio, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. All rehires will be considered for employment.
Harvest is here and you don't want to cook? Make it a pizza night. Give us a call at 419-272-2452. Ask about our great weekly and weekend specials. Here at Edon Pizza, we strive to have the freshest buns, pizza dough, and produce. Edon Pizza, located in downtown Edon.
Veland Chase wishes local high school sports teams a successful season. As one of the leading brass suppliers in the United States, Veland Chase manufactures brass rods, forgings, ingots, and water armor plumbing fittings at the 2 plants located in Holiday City. To learn more about products and job opportunities, visit brassjobs.com. Chase a brighter future with Veland Chase.
Andy Brigle, Mike Bumb back out here in Edon. Welcome back to the main stops of Northwest Ohio. Halftime report. It's a 22-6 Edon lead, 22 unanswered by the Bombers. They come in at 3-2. Edon is 4-1. Let's recap the scoring from that first half. Montpelier, an impressive start. Their touchdown came on their opening drive. They got great field position at their own 47-yard line, went 53 yards in 5 plays. Sharps went the final 5 yards, and after Hayden's touchdown, the extra point was no good, and it was 6-0. Edon and Montpelier would give it up on downs in exchange, or go back and forth, and Edon another time would give it up on downs. A Montpelier punt would give it back to Edon when they would finally get on the board. A 51-yard drive in 4 plays. Kyler Sapp to Max Radebaugh, 11 yards, and get used to hearing that combination tonight. The PAT made it 7-6. Montpelier would be forced to punt. Edon would go very quickly 80 yards, 2-play drive. Sapp to Radebaugh covering 56 yards, and it would be 14-6. Then after another Montpelier punt and a short one, Montpelier would see Edon take over at the Montpelier 47 and go on the most sustained drive of the night, an 11-play, 47-yard drive, Sapp to Radebaugh, and they would go for 2 this time and get it to make it 22-6. Montpelier would throw a pick. Edon would fumble. Montpelier would have one final snap in Edon territory at the 28, but unable to get a look into the end zone. A scramble play ended the first half. So 22-6, Edon with the lead. Mike Bumb has some numbers to pass along for our listeners here tonight.
Well, let's start off with the Montpelier Locomotives. Hayden Sharps is 9 for 18, throwing the football for 114 yards. Been solid tonight. Does have the one interception, though. Receiving, Cam Smith led the way for the Locomotives. He's had 4 catches for 40 yards. Nathan Rummel's got 2 catches for 15 yards. Braden Brink, one big catch there in that first quarter on the first series for 35 yards. And Chavez Martin's also caught the ball 2 times for 24 yards. Running the football, Sharps carried the ball the most times. He's had 6 carries for 25 yards. Brendan Friend, who got hurt, hopefully he's going to be okay. 5 carries for 20 yards. And Griff Cooley's carried the ball 2 times for 1 yard. For the Edon Bombers, a little bit different story. Kyler Sapp, boy, he's been outstanding, Andy. 3 touchdown passes, all 3, coincidentally, all to Max Radebaugh. 18 for 25. This is first half numbers, people, for 221 yards. And as I said, that includes 3 TDs and an extra point. Rushing the football, you guessed it, Sapp. Edon's only ran the ball 4 times. Sapp's carried the ball 3 times for 32 yards. And Cohen Holbert, just 1 carry for 7 yards. Receiving, Max Holbert's been great. 7 catches, 3 touchdowns, 127 total yards receiving already in the first half. Colton Willis, 1 catch for the Edon Bombers. Kendall Brigle had 1 catch for 13 yards. Cohen Holbert caught the ball 3 times for 31 yards. And Christian Owens, he's been good tonight, Andy. 7 catches already for 61 yards for the Edon Bombers. Total offense for the Edon Bombers again tonight, 271 total yards of the first half for the Locomotives. Not a bad half, but certainly not 271. The Locomotives have got 153 yards of total offense.
All of that at our main stops halftime report has added up to a 22-6 Edon lead in this one. We're going to step aside, take a short break. Our Ben Murray will check out what's going on around Northwest Ohio on the Week 6 schedule, and then we'll be back with more at halftime from Edon on B-Rock Sports.
Looking to earn good money in a great work atmosphere? Come join the team at 2020 Custom Molded Plastics in Holiday City. They're now looking for full-time and part-time production operators, and they have schedules that fit everyone. Earn $500 monthly for perfect attendance, refer a friend, and get a $500 referral bonus. No mandated overtime, clean environment, and full benefits at 30 days. Apply online today at 2020cmp.com, then stop in Monday through Friday from 9 to 4 for open interviews on Selwyn Drive in Holiday City.
You do your best to protect your loved ones, and while you may keep a fresh battery in your smoke detector and have a reliable home security system, there's a whole different type of protection you may be missing. A life insurance policy from Auto Owners Insurance is a way to safeguard your loved ones now and in the future. Meet with your local independent agent and secure a policy today to protect their tomorrows. Visit Andrews O'Neill & Lowe in Archbold, Bryan, or Wasion, or visit us online at andrewsoneillandlowe.com.
Fritch Excavating and CMF Enterprise of Edon wants to wish the Edon Bombers the best of luck in tonight's game. Fritch Excavating is family-owned and operated for over 30 years, and they handle everything from site prep to parking lots to land clearing. They can also put in a driveway, run a water line to an outdoor building, do a sewer line, or tile work as well. CMF Enterprise is a female-owned and operated business serving Ohio and Indiana, offering dump truck services, including aggregate material sales. CMF also handles a large variety of construction, landscaping, ag, and residential materials as well. Fritch Excavating of Edon and CMF Enterprise of Edon wishing the Bombers the best of luck in tonight's game.
When it comes to choosing a memorial that represents the lasting memories of a person's life, the Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio can create exactly what you are looking for, like an eagle soaring through the woods etched on a memorial, a bench that has mom and dad's names engraved into the granite to sit and reflect, a picture of the family farm etched on the stone, or maybe your style is a memorial that has a split headstone with a vase in between for flowers. The Fackler Monument Company of Montpelier, Ohio, serving families in the tri-state area since 1924.
Good evening, Northwest Ohio. I'm Ben Murray in with a check of your Week 6 halftime high school football scores. Brought to you by the Main Stops of Northwest Ohio. Always open when you need them. The Main Stops of Northwest Ohio. In our broadcast game with Andy Brigle and Mike Bumb from Edon at Leanne Field, it is Edon leading Montpelier 22-6. North Central is up on Van Loo 40-0. Paulding is pounding Edgerton 36-6. Your halftime score in that one. Antwerp up over Fairview 24-8. It is Tenora over Wayne Trace 21-7. In our sister station broadcast on the Q96.5 FM, Liberty Center is leading Bryan 49-0. Your halftime score in that one. Halftime in the NWOAL, Wasion over Patrick Henry 14-8. Archbold is bombing Evergreen 34-0. Delta is leading Swanton 31-0. I want to make correction. Archbold is leading Evergreen, not Swanton. Archbold is leading Evergreen 34-0. Some more scores. St. Mary's over Van Wert 13-7. And in the WBL, Defiance is leading Kenton 16-12. This has been our check of your halftime football scores for high school football for week number 6. Brought to you by the Main Stops of Northwest Ohio. Always open when you need them. The Main Stops of Northwest Ohio. I'll send it back out to Andy Brigle and Mike Bumb to Leanne Field in Edon. After these messages, stay with us.
This spring, pick your power. Steel fuel-powered equipment delivers proven performance and efficiency, and the Steel Lightning battery system delivers the power to do more on a single charge. Get the all-new BGA 45 battery-powered blower for just $129.95, or pick the popular MS-170 chainsaw for just $179.95. Pick your power, and then pick up a Steel. All prices BES SRP at participating retailers.
See Black Swamp Equipment or go to blackswampequipment.net.
When you're in need of a new appliance, go to your local appliance dealer, Direct Link Appliance and Hardware in Bryan, and take it home today. They carry hundreds of new, used, and scratch and dent appliances in stock, and they carry the brands you need. Speed Queen, Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Amana, and GE to take home right now with you. Then when you have something wrong in years to come, Direct Link will also service everything. No need to call that 800 number and talk to someone you don't know. Just call Direct Link at 419-636-4541, and they'll be out to fix it for you, whether it's under warranty or not. Direct Link Appliance and Hardware in Bryan, your local appliance dealer.
With an independent insurance agent, you can be sure that you're getting the right coverage at the right price. At Best Insurance and Financial Services, it's all about relationships. We work one-on-one with you to make sure your auto, home, farm, or business is protected by a quality insurance company. That's why we work with Ohio Mutual Insurance Group. We know you can trust Ohio Mutual to protect what matters most to you and your family. Once you see how Ohio Mutual cares for your needs, you'll trust them as well. Give us a call at 419-272-2888. We can recommend the best coverage from the best companies like Ohio Mutual.
Halftime rolling on here on homecoming night in Edon. 22-6 Bombers with the lead. Edon coming in at 3-2. Montpelier 4-1, and this is the opening game for both in the Toledo Area Athletic Conference. Computer points updated this week. We haven't had a chance really to spend a lot of time on air together talking about this. This is just the second official poll, and we'll go through and talk a little bit, I guess, break it down per region, dealing with local teams. Let's start with Division 3, Region 10. Defiance at 4-1, sitting in that number 12 spot right now. So they still need some wins to get up as far as hosting a game. Obviously, if you don't know, top 16 get in, top 8 get to host playoff games in that opening round, and then if you remain the higher seed, you host in round number 2 as well. So Defiance, great year. They've gotten the lead now over Kenton, and what a turnaround this has been for Travis Cooper. Look, gradual rebuild and starting to see the fruits of that labor this year.
Beat Wapakoneta, who was the preseason favorite to win the WBL. Lost by, was it a point to Van Wert?
Yep.
A shootout.
Salina now the team they're chasing.
So, yeah, that's their only loss right now. A Defiance program that, quite frankly, has been really pretty bad the last 15, 20 years. They're starving for success. Defiance has been really good in basketball and baseball. Obviously, baseball, they're as good as anybody in the state. But football has been lacking since the late 90s with Jerry Beauty. So he's got it going in the right direction. That's his dream job. Couldn't be happier for Travis Cooper.
Division 4, Region 14 entering tonight. Van Wert was 4th. Wauseon was 7th. Bryan was 10th. And Napoleon at 1-4, just to tell you a little bit about those teams that they play, they were 17th, so just on the outside looking in to the top 16. So that's going to be an interesting thing how it plays out. You just look at the Bryan and Wauseon's beginning their gauntlet of games, starting with the Patrick Henry matchup tonight. Bryan still has Archibald and Wauseon in the back end of this schedule. They're going to fall to 3-3 tonight and won't be 10th anymore in computer points. Yeah. Do you have a magic number for them that they have to get to? Is it 6 or can they get in at 5?
I mean, I think it's 6, but it's hard telling nowadays with so many teams that they take and what the other teams in different parts of the state are doing. And Bryan's, they're one of the few teams in Division 2 on our side of the state, and most of those teams are closer to the Cleveland area, and if I'm not mistaken, that they're in. But Wauseon would be, Patrick Henry or Wauseon, I guess, would be their best chance. I don't think they're beating Archibald. Certainly, they're getting just routed by Liberty tonight.
And they've already lost to PH, so.
I don't see Bryan going 6-4. I think they lose to those two. They beat Evergreen. They beat Delta.
Swanton. They've already beat Delta, and they still have Swanton.
I'm just going through the teams that they're going to beat. Maumee, they beat Fairview. So I think they're a 5-5 team.
Okay. Division 5, Region 18. The first word that comes to mind is gauntlet. Liberty Center is 3rd right now at 5-0, although Bryan, as a D4 school, is going to give them a lot of points tonight. And Archibald is 5th. Both those teams figure they're going to be top 8 teams, and they're going to have home games to start the postseason. And, you throw Coldwater in there. I mean, that is just a killer region, and it always is Region 18.
It is. You get into the MAC schools who are a different level, but Liberty Center is obviously who they always are. Really good. I think the one thing with Liberty that you need to be aware of is are they concerned about, I guess, if you're a Liberty fan, is they don't throw the ball at all this year. They struggle to throw the ball. They're physically just mauling people. They're tougher than everybody they play. They're better defensively. Their offensive line is. But I think when you get really deep into the playoff picture, you start to get in with teams that are as physical as you, and you got to do some other things. But Liberty Center's going to win the NWAL after just routing Archibald. I think Archibald is the second best. I don't think Archibald loses the rest of the way out, but certainly they took care of Archibald on their home turf, and it wasn't even close. So give credit where credit's due.
All right, Division 6, Region 22. Has our second most teams in our immediate area. These are the teams that are either in as of now or in contention. Division 6, Region 22. Ottawa Hills is 4-1. They are 5th in the region. Wayne Trace is 12th at 3-2. Evergreen is 16th at 2-3. Tenora leading Wayne Trace right now. Tenora is 17th, so just on the outside looking in at 2-3. Paulding tells you a little bit about who they've beaten. They're 3-2 and are 19th, but certainly a team. And Paulding, I think, is a team that is worth noting as right now a most improved team. I don't know there very many people had them sitting at 3-2 at the midway point.
I think it's a great story. I think Paulding and I think Defiance are the two best stories right now in our area. Paulding has just been atrocious the last. I mean, really forever. We have to go all the way back to the '80s in which they were dominant.
That's pretty close to it.
They've been really bad, and this is a step in the right direction. Having a winning record so far, and Defiance is not as poor of a program, but certainly have been struggling in recent years, and they're doing a great job.
Division 7, Region 26 of the teams that we cover. This is the biggest region of teams and where they sit right now. Patrick Henry in the number 1 spot in Division 7, Region 26 at 5-0. Antwerp is second, also a 5-0 team. Crestview is 8th. They are 4-1. Ayersville is 9th at 4-1. Montpelier is 12th at 4-1. North Central 14th as a 4-1 team, and Edon at 3-2. They would just be in right now and have an opening round matchup with Patrick Henry if the playoffs started today. So a lot of jockeying still to happen. Of those teams, do you see, let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 of our local teams. Do you see all of them getting in potentially?
No.
Of these 7, I think they all have legit shots based on the schedule. Because I think Montpelier has a magic number of 6 to get to, which I think they get to.
Van Leeuwen Hilltop on their schedule.
Yes. Okay. I think PH is in, Antwerp's in, obviously.
Yeah.
I think the one wild card potentially for me could be Ayersville falling back when they start playing. They get Antwerp, they get Tenora, they get a little heavier hitters on the schedule.
Probably not going to beat Antwerp or Tenora, and they have not played Wayne Trace as well.
So, but 7-3, I think, gets them in the top 16 for sure.
They have one loss already, though.
They have one.
6-4 was what they would go. Would that be enough?
Okay.
They lost to Bluffton.
Yeah, and that's a really good football
Bluffton team. I always wondered why they weren't better. Very comparable to like an Archibald, if you know the community of Bluffton, but never have had that great success. A little bit bigger than Archibald, or about the same size, I guess, but have never had the athletic success. Been fine. I mean, they've been fine, but nothing like the Streaks have in very similar communities.
All right, let's talk about this thing right now. 22-6, and Edon stretched it to the 2-score lead right now. Late in that first half. I want to take it from the Montpelier perspective first. Give me a sense of adjustments and what has to happen for Montpelier here in the second half.
You've got to get some stops. I don't mean it's not any more sophisticated than that. Like we said, these are quarterback-driven offenses, and Sharps is playing well. But Sapp is just another level right now, and he's just kind of gouging Montpelier. I like the game plan that Montpelier's having, where they're bringing 2 sometimes and dropping 9 and bringing 3 and dropping 8 and bringing some people up the edge. They're trying to confuse Sapp, and I think the first 2 series of this game they did a pretty good job.
Maybe even 3.
Yeah, and then and Edon's really not done anything overly sophisticated themselves. They just got in the holes in the zone, and Sapp now has found them, and he's got his rhythm right now. And
so, what's Steve Branchow's adjustment to Edon's adjustment?
I don't know if he can have an adjustment. I think this is the best he can kind of do. Maybe mix and match some man-to-man coverages because they're hitting them in the zone areas, but. Again, you start doing that, then your backs are turning their back and running with the wide receivers. That leaves Sapp open again to having some running opportunities. So I like the game plan. I don't know if you need to necessarily change your game plan. You just got to do it better. You got to execute it a little bit better. Sometimes it's okay to say, we're not changing anything, even though we're down, right? We just got to play a little bit better. That's not a dirty word.
Not out of the realm either, and I think maybe even a high probability onside, maybe even to start the second half. Steal it.
Yeah, talking to Andy Robinson, he's talked, I'm glad you brought that up. He's talked about we got to steal possession here or there, whether that be a turnover or some kind of, I would consider an onside kick a turnover too, even though it's not called that. But yeah, that wouldn't totally surprise me if he does this right from the get. Montpelier is kicking off to Edon. If Edon goes up 3 scores here on this first series, it's probably over with. I don't see Montpelier coming back from 3 scores down. So this first series is everything. Can Montpelier get a stop, get their offense back on the field, hopefully score and make it a 1-score game? If they don't, if Edon goes down and makes this a 36 game, it's over.
All right, let's go Bob Olwin. I feel like, personally, they've already made their biggest adjustments, at least offensively, and we've seen that. But what's his message at halftime overall?
Well, I think, Montpelier's an explosive offense, too, and they've shown that they can get some big bunch plays or big chunk plays, if you will. And so you can't – listen, you're only 2 scores up right now, really. So you got to go down, and coaches oftentimes will talk about the first 5 minutes of the third quarter, how important that is. And he knows he's getting the ball, and he's probably saying the same thing that I just said to you right now. We get the ball here, we go down and score, the ball game's over. They'll fold. That's what he's saying to his kids. Now, I'm not saying that my player kids are going to fold, but I'm saying that's what Coach Owen will say.
That's the Eden message,
That's the Eden message right now.
All right. Our halftime show brought to you by the main stops of Northwest Ohio. Always open when you need them. The main stops of Northwest Ohio. 22-6, Eden in front. Second half is yours when we come back.
For those last-minute outdoor projects, Donaldson's Ace Hardware on North Union Street in Bryan has you covered with Craftsman hand tools. Your choice, $15.99 each. Or Milwaukee M18 power tools. Buy a reciprocating saw, grinder, jigsaw, hedge trimmers, or 2.5-gallon wet-dry vac and get an M18 battery for free. Or buy an M12 drill driver kit or a 4-in-1 installation drill driver kit and get your choice of select accessories for free. Rather have DeWalt? Save $50 instantly with Ace Rewards on select 20-volt DeWalt power tools or battery. Stock up on KT Birdseed or Wild and Strong Small Batch Reserve Wild Bird Food Blend. Buy one, get one free. Donaldson's Ace Hardware in Bryan. Ace, the helpful place.
Always supporting student athletes and coaches in the Eden School District, the Eden Athletic Boosters. The Eden Athletic Boosters would like to take this opportunity to salute the student athletes and coaches in tonight's game. Hey, how would you like to be a part of the Eden Athletic Boosters? Come to a meeting and find out what they're all about. Maybe even volunteer at a concession stand. For more information, phone 419-272-3213. The Eden Athletic Boosters, supporting student athletes and coaches in Eden. The more your life changes, the more your insurance needs change. See Danielle Van Atta of Danielle Van Atta Agency today. She can conduct a free personal insurance review to help you determine how much and what type of coverage is right for you, with no costly gaps or overlaps. Interested? Phone Danielle Van Atta today at 419-636-0408. Your friends at your neighborhood Eden Farmers Co-op Country Store would like to invite you to stop in at the Eden, Montpelier, and Edgerton stores to check out their complete line of pet supplies, animal feed, and outdoor products. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff is ready to answer all of your questions concerning their complete line of Kalmbach, Land O'Lakes, and much, much more. For your convenience, your purchase can be carried to your vehicle by one of their employees. Be sure to stop by soon and see them at your hometown country store, the Eden Farmers Co-op.
Second half is ready to get underway. You could not ask for a better autumn night on the first official weekend of autumn. Not quite yet there, but this weekend will be fall weekend. You couldn't ask for a better night, my friend.
A little breeze right in our face here, man. It's awesome.
So Montpelier ready to kick it away to Eden in a 22-6 game. Happy to have you with us here for week number 6 of high school football. It is a matchup tonight that Montpelier was in the throes of their best start since 2006. They have not defeated Eden since 2016. If Montpelier could find their way to a rally tonight and a win, they haven't been 5-1 since 1999. They're going to take some work to get there. Got an update early in the third quarter on that Wauseon PH showdown. 16-14. Patrick Henry. You know, you think PH, I don't want to say that locks up a 1 seed if you beat Division IV Wauseon, but boy, you're almost locking up a home game with all those computer points because you know Wauseon's going to keep winning games. There's a skid kick to the far side that was trying to,
I think it was going to be an onside kick.
It was, and I think it just kind of got away from Cam Smith and traveled out of bounds on that far side. So Eden will take over in fantastic starting position here at the 40-yard line. 22-6, and as Foz said, this opening possession here becomes enormous with Eden already up not just 2 touchdowns, but 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. 9.5 to go in the third quarter. It is a 24-12 Defiance lead over Kenton, so they have seemingly grabbed control of that game. Sapp with a 5-wide look, back to throw, far side, pass is caught, gain of about 8 on the far side on the reception to Colton Willis.
Again, just finding those holes in the zone. Eden just running 5 wide receivers out, just kind of stopping, and Kyler Sapp's finding them.
Second down and 2 coming up for the Bombers at their own 47. Hash mark far side, moving right to left. 2 receivers will come to the left. 3 are going to go to the right side. It'll be Owens and Radabaugh here to the near side. Brigle and Willis to the far side, and they will keep Holbert in the backfield on this second down and short. Now Holbert comes in motion to the near side. They throw the bubble to him. He makes the grab, first down and more, 50, 45, 40-yard line. Cooley wrestles him down at the 35-yard line, but that is a gain of 18 on the pass play and moves the sticks for the Bombers.
Just a little swing route there to Holbert. Montpelier read it really well and didn't come up and make the tackle.
Tackle is made by Martin and Cooley, but it'll be a 1st and 10 for Edon down to the 35-yard line. 22-6 Edon on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. A little more than a minute in to the second half here. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers and a wing to the right. Empty backfield for Sapp. 2 down linemen, and they're spread out as D ends almost. And now pressure from Cooley late. Stepping up, a little dump pass is thrown. It's caught by Brigle. He'll be dragged down at the 32-yard line. Smith holds him to a gain of about 4 on the play. So 2nd and 6. 2nd down and 6 from the 31 of Montpelier.
Just kind of taking what the defense gives them. Sapp's being very patient.
And this isn't the first time Bob Olin, and wherever he's been at in this spread, has seen 2- and 3-man rushes.
No. I remember the ones that Tenora, remember that a few years back? That was kind of the first ones that coined it. I say a few years back, like a decade. But
they were rushing 2 and sometimes even just 1 and dropping 10 into
probably
coverage.
Longer than a decade ago.
5 wide, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Quarterback draw, Sapp. They lost the football. Montpelier has it.
Yeah, that's a big play.
Or did Edon get it back?
Boy, that'd be unfortunate for Pilger because they were right on.
Smith, it's a wrestling match between Smith and a wide receiver, I think, or is it it's a lineman? And who has it? It will be Edon football.
Oh, boy, that's unfortunate. Montpelier was right there. I don't know if they tried to scoop it. It looked like they did. Just fall on that in traffic. You want to scoop it and score, Andy, when there's not any traffic and it's on the other team's in their backfield on their side of the line of scrimmage. When it's in traffic, just fall on it.
So no gain for Sapp on the play. So it'll be 3rd and 6 from the 31. 4 down territory for the Bombers and a 5 wide look. Sapp with some pressure, fires near side. It's low and incomplete. On the shoe tops of Max Radabaugh, and now a 4th down and 6 coming up for the Bombers.
This would be a big stop for Montpelier if they're able to get their defense off the field. It keeps them in the ball game here.
4th and 6, Edon, 31-yard line of Montpelier. Up 22-6, just underway in the 3rd quarter. Right now, Sapp has 2 receivers both ways, but we're waiting to see where Holbert is deployed. He'll go out to the right, so it'll be a trips look that way. Twins to the left. Plenty of time on the play clock. It's at 10. 4th down and 6 at the 31. 25-yard line, the line to gain, and Montpelier was coming with a blitz, and they jumped offsides. Into the neutral zone for the Locos goes Logan Pontius, and now it's 4th and 1.
Yeah, didn't quite get the first down there, but that is a devastating penalty. Logan Pontius, who's going to be, right now, not going to be, is a great player, going to be really good, only a sophomore.
4th and 1, Edon at the 26-yard line of Montpelier. Everything available to you now. 3 receivers bunched left. 1 receiver right, Holbert in the backfield. Holbert gets the call. Holbert to the first down marker and more. Tackle is made by Smith and Cooley, but it's a run of 4 yards and a first down for Cohen Holbert. 22-6 our score, Edon. Little breathing room now and looking for more here. As Mike said, that climb would be very, very steep for Montpelier if they are unable to get a stop here. Yard line for Edon is at the Montpelier 22. Edon showing that Montpelier showing they're going to rush 2, and now 3rd off the edge is Gorell. Had a shot at a sack, didn't get it. Now throws towards the end zone, and it's incomplete. Went through the end zone, went through the goalpost, looking for number 2, Colton Willis, and Montpelier's number 2, Cam Smith, had coverage.
Yeah, pretty good coverage there. Montpelier's got to take advantage of the opportunities that they're getting. They're getting pressure on Sapp there. Now make the tackle, wrap up, get him down.
2nd and 10. Edon at the 22-yard line of Montpelier. Hash mark near side. Clock stopped. 8:45 left, third quarter of play. 22-6 Edon on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard.
Edon doesn't huddle, so all the signs come from Coach Owen on the sideline.
4 receivers right. Radeball, Willis, Brigle, Hulbert, all over there to the far side. Throw out to the right side. Pass is caught. Radeball. Good rally to the football by Montpelier that time. Gurrell slowed him down, and then it was cleaned up by Jackson Staler. It will be a short gain of 1, and now leave them with a 3rd down and 9 on the play. 3rd and 9, coming down on the 8-minute mark left in this third quarter. This is the opening possession of the second half. The 8th play of the drive coming up here. On a 3rd and 9 at the 21-yard line. 2 receivers left, 3 receivers bunched to the right. Empty backfield on 3rd and 9. Man in motion coming to the near side. For Edon, that is Brigle. Back to throw is Sapp. Look, steps up, flush to the right. Hit as he delivers. Pass is caught, but going down to the knee is Hulbert, and it's a loss on the play of about 4. So -4 on the catch, and now a 4th and 12 for the Bombers back at the 24-yard line.
So, yeah, just hit stop and repeat what we've said here. Again, opportunity from up here to get off the field and get back in this ball game, and got to execute here on 4th down.
Steve Branchow signaling in defensively. Bob Olin offensively. Chess match on a 4th and 12 at the 24-yard line of Montpelier. Sapp empties the backfield. 3 receivers right, 2 receivers to the left. Hulbert in motion to the near side. Sapp gets a low snap, picks it up, flushed, fires, it's tipped and intercepted. Cam Smith at the 10, 15, 20, return coming back near the 30. The INT off the deflection, and Montpelier gets the needed stop.
Yeah, big play that time. There really was nothing there. It was great coverage. Sapp tried to make something out of nothing, knowing it was 4th down, and Cam Smith stepped in front and made a nice interception.
So the Locos get the defensive stop they need. The return by Smith brings it out to the 28-yard line. And the first possession for Montpelier will come 1st and 10 at their own 28 with 7 and change to play in the first quarter, or the third quarter. By the way, as the second half begins, no Brennan Friend, so you have to assume his night is done injury-wise. It's an empty look for Montpelier. 3 receivers left, 2 receivers to the right side. Montpelier sees Edon rush 4. Pressure off the edge. Sapp gets home on the blitz. Kyler Sapp comes to get Sharps, and it's a loss of 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and long.
Bringing the heat off the outside there. Kyler Sapp came in, was the first contact, and a host of other Bombers came up and finished him off.
So 2nd down, officially a loss of 6 as they gave him forward progress to the 22. 2nd down and 16 for Montpelier at their own 22. 22-6. Edon, 6.5 left in the third on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. Sharps has Cooley in the backfield. 2 receivers right. 2 receivers go left in this pistol formation on the 2nd down and 16. Montpelier moves left to right. Sharps with time. Slings it down the field. Got Smith, and he can't bring it in. Again, Montpelier, Edon receivers had all the publicity at getting behind the DBs. We have a penalty marker down, but the Montpelier receivers have done terrific jobs, just unable to make. That's at least 4 balls that they've been unable to connect with. Let's check the marker. Dead ball, personal foul, they say, on Montpelier, and then it goes on Edon as well, so it's an offsetting penalty. I always get a little
annoyed.
Annoyed.
Yeah.
That's a bailout call.
It is.
I mean, it's on somebody, and you find the one that's the instigator, I think, and that's who it is, and you end it. It's just a bailout.
It's a way, though, of saying that we've noticed it, knock it off, I guess. A little more formal. I get what you're saying, though.
It's still weak. So 3rd down and long coming up here. They down counts because it was post penalty. So 3rd and long, or post to play. Bubble screen caught by Chavez Martin. He's gathered and dropped at the 21, but this is going to be a marker on Edon, a roughing the passer. Cohen Hulbert is called for roughing the passer.
Yeah, just maybe got there a step late there, and that's going to give Montpelier an automatic 1st down.
So this will bring the ball up to the 38-yard line, 37-yard line in penalty yards. And a fresh set of downs here. 22-6 our score.
They haven't moved the chain.
There they
down.
are.
Oh, there we go.
1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line. I've said this since they got together in the TAC, got together in the BBC. Edon and Edgerton people, some of them want to fight me on this. This is a bigger rivalry now for Edon Montpelier, than Edon Edgerton is. I'll stand by that comment until I'm blue in the face. Swing pass far side, Smith with the catch. Smith at the 40. It's that rivalry between the county teams. They're in conferences together. They play each other with tons of regularity. That is a pitch and catch for 5 on the play to the far side to the 41-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
Cam Smith's 5th catch tonight for 45 yards. He's had a nice game on both sides of the ball.
5:20 and rolling to play, 3rd quarter. 22-6 Edon on the Andres O'Neill Low scoreboard. Pistol look for Montpelier on a 2nd and 5 at their own 41. Edon creeping up to the line of scrimmage. 8 in the box. Sharps to throw. Heat is coming, and he is sacked. Blake Baker credited with a sack back to the 35. That's a loss of 6 on the play, and it'll be 3rd and long, 3rd and 12 back at the 35.
Yeah. Again, my players trying to run some longer routes or deeper routes, which again, consequently, Hayden Sharps has got to hold on to the ball a little bit longer. It's not just getting rid of it real quick, and that time Edon got to him.
Both these teams, 4 games remaining, 2 each on the road and at home here as they both try to get to the postseason and contend in the TAC.
3rd down and long here. Edon's going to bring pressure again.
3rd and 12 at the 35. Here comes middle linebacker blitz, throw to the far side, incomplete. Wanted Cooley. It's incomplete, and it's punting time for Montpelier. So they get the turnover force, but then unable to do anything with it. And with just over 4 minutes left in this 3rd quarter, Edon going to get their hands back on the football, up 22-6. Sharps needs a good one here. He's had 1 good one and 2 shanks. Oberlin waits deep. That one sails out of bounds, and still not a great effort. It is better than the couple. Let's see where they spot it. Still walking up that far sideline near the midfield marker. He's still on the move, and now a late flag comes in.
I don't know what that could be from, because
both teams were walking away, so somebody had to say something. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, the referee was 15 yards behind everybody, and both teams are walking in the opposite direction. So.
This is an interesting call here because it's at the 50 or 47-yard line. It ended up being about a 12-yard punt this time. It's a illegal participation penalty. They counted 12 men on the field, and that is enough for a Montpelier 1st down because it was 4th down and 3. So 12 on the field, and that erases the short punt, the short field for Edon, and the Montpelier drive continues. Let's circle that. The penalty on 4th and 3 for 12 on the field. So it will be 1st and 10, Montpelier at midfield. A golden opportunity here.
Well, if you're a Locomotive fan, now's your opportunity. And
2 right, 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Coming out of the slot in motion now is going to be Smith. The give is to Cooley, and he'll lose yardage. Great penetration that time by Edon defensively. Cole Olds with the stop. That's a loss of 2 on the run.
The first 3 or even 4 series, as we really thought Montpelier up front was getting the better of Edon in the trenches on the offensive and defensive line, and I would say after that it's been just the opposite.
56-7 Liberty Center with the lead over Bryan. 24-14 Patrick Henry on top. It's a loss of 1 officially, so 2nd and 11. 5 wide look. Sharp steps up, trying to run. Sharps with 5. Counted as 10, 15, 20. He's down inside the 30 at the 29-yard line. A run of 22 for Sharps and a big 1st down pickup.
Great acceleration that time. Sharps has got really good speed. Edon's bringing everybody. Too many bodies to block for Montpelier. And once Sharps got through that first wave of defenders, there was nobody there.
First down and 10 at the 29-yard line of Edon. 3:15 and rolling to play in the third. Still the same as the halftime score, 22-6 Bombers. Trips to the right, Twins to the left. Sharps with an empty look on the 1st and 10 at the 29. Play clock, still a lot of time on it at 11. Sharps with the snap. 4-man rush, steps up, fires. Pass is caught at the 23. Dragging and backing his way down to the 20-yard line on the reception is Cooley. He'll pick up 9 on the pass play, and it'll be 2nd down and 1.
Good little stop route right at that time right there. Nice delivery by Sharps. Good catch by Cooley.
2nd and 1 at the 20. 2:40 and counting to play. 22-6, Edon in control. But the Locos threatening for the first time in a long time. 5 wide look, 3 receivers to the short side to the right, 2 receivers go left. Sharps with a 4-man rush. Pressure coming, throws over the middle and a little bit low for Cam Smith. He did get inside leverage, but unable to gather the pass. It'll be 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1. Now Montpelier does have a package in which they can go under center. Used it the one time, but it kind of looked disorganized, and then Montpelier ended up getting an illegal procedure, a legal shift. Let's see if they go back into that. Now you've got Grant Garrell coming into the game, and he is used often on short yardage situation, the big tight end. So we'll see what happens here.
3rd down and 1. Garrell lines up right now as a wing to the right side with 2 receivers. 2 receivers left. Garrell comes in motion. He keeps going, doesn't stop behind center. Sharps to throw, and it's a route on a crosser intended for Garrell that's behind him and incomplete. And now the offense stays out there on 4th and 1.
Yeah, just a little bit. I like the call there. It was open, just got away from Hayden that time, and now it's a 4th down and 1 situation. Montpelier has not been able to run the ball since the first couple series of the football game, so keep that in mind.
4th and 1, Montpelier at the Edon 20. 22-6 Edon. 2:15 left in the third quarter. 2 receivers left. A wing to the left. A receiver to the right. Sharps under center. Gives to Cooley. First down and more. Inside the 10. He rumbles for the first down. It's a gain of 12 and a 1st and goal coming at the 9.
Locomotives go under center, fake the sweep, and give the ball right there to Cooley. Great call by Coach Robinson.
So 1st and goal at the 9. Quickly, Montpelier getting organized, getting to the line of scrimmage, going with the same formation. We may see a pitch here to Cam Smith. Nope, he'll come in motion. They fake the pitch. They give inside. Cooley bangs his way for a yard. He'll be wrapped up by Cohen Hulbert. It'll be 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
Montpelier's got an unbalanced line that time, and what that means to our listeners is you've got 1 offensive lineman on the other side of the ball, having a disproportionate amount of linemen on one side makes you stronger on that side that you're trying to go to.
Nobody explains quite like the Foz, and that's why we love him. 2nd and goal, 9-yard line. 1:20 to go in the third. 22-6 our score. Edon in front. Montpelier with a threat. 3 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Empty backfield on 2nd and goal at the 9. Sharps wants to throw, steps up in the pocket, has to scramble, bounces off one man, slithers his way down to the 6-yard line. He'll get 3 on the scramble. Olds brought him down and got a little assistance from Baker, and now it will be 3rd and goal. Montpelier at the 6-yard line with 50 seconds to play in the third.
I'd like to see maybe Montpelier go back to that same kind of bring in motion, Garrell in motion, and leaking him out in the flat area, what they tried to do on 3rd down and short there 3 plays ago. That was there. They just didn't execute it.
3rd down and goal. Locos at the 6. 4 receivers left. Brink in a one-on-one situation to the right side. Sapp coming off the edge in pressure. The throw to Brink. He catches it into the end zone. Touchdown. On the 3rd down and goal at the 6. Sharps to Brink for the touchdown.
That's a big boy throw and catch there, and a big boy route. Great delivery by Hayden Sharps, and it was a great route there by Braden Brink, who did it. It's called a back shoulder throw, where the quarterback throws the back shoulder and the wide receiver adjusts and catches it on the outside. That looked good.
6 yards on the TD pass. 6 on the TD pass. 22-12, and now a big conversion attempt here to try to make it a one-score game. Cooley in the backfield. 2 receivers left. 1 receiver and a wing to the right. Play clock at 7. Sharps with a snap. Fakes the inside give. Into the flat. Pass caught. Gurrell, and he'll cruise into the end zone for the 2-pointer. Folks, we have a one-score football game. 22-14 Edon, late third, back in 30 seconds.
Be part of the Montpelier Athletic Boosters and help support all the athletes at the Montpelier schools by calling 419-485-6785. The Montpelier Athletic Boosters would like to wish all the Montpelier athletes good luck in today's game. Strive to be the best, and you will succeed at everything you do. The Montpelier Boosters are proud of all your achievements. Good luck and do your best. That's all anyone can ask. And go Locos!
24 seconds remaining, quarter number 3. Best drive for Montpelier in terms of what they were able to sustain, the moment, the pressure. Got a little help from a penalty, but took advantage of it. That was a 50-yard drive in 9 plays. Sharps to Braden Brink, 6 yards, and then the key 2-point conversion to make it a one-score game.
And they had to have it. That was critical. Montpelier was threatening deep into Edon territory. If they would have come up short, that would have been devastating towards Montpelier's chances of winning this game. I thought it was outstanding play calling by Coach Robinson. That whole series of downs. Went under center a couple times. Loved the pass, the leaking out of Gurrell, somebody who has not been utilized all that much offensively that time for the 2-point conversion. Great back shoulder throw to Braden Brink. Of course, the kids got to execute it, but I thought it was an outstanding job of play calling by Andy Robinson.
22-14 Edon on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. Montpelier 4-1. Edon is 3-2. Smith to kick it away. Edon thinks onside. 9 men within 5 yards of each other. The Smith kick is a squib kick on the far side. It rolls, and Montpelier can't get there. It'll go out of bounds again. And Edon will get great field position with 24 seconds left. Again, neither team showing any interest in kicking it to their deep men. Liberty Center 63, Bryan 7 with 5:20 left in that moving clock game.
Yeah, that's not good. That's a lot of points.
That is a lot of points. But Liberty Center has done that to a lot of teams over the year.
They sure have. They're special, aren't they?
5 wide look, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Empty backfield on 1st and 10 Edon at their own 36-yard line. Belt high snap. Fire the pass, tipped and then caught by Hulbert. Montpelier almost got the pick. And if that's a pick, that's an interception return for a touchdown. But as it stands, it's a pitch and catch and gain of 11 on the play.
Griff Cooley had a nice break on it. Didn't take a great angle that time and just missed knocking it down. And Hulbert turns it into a first down for the Bombers.
Actually a gain of 12, and we have an injured Bomber on the far side. So we'll take a quick break as well. 15 seconds left in the third. It is 22-14 Edon.
When you're on the road this summer, your rewards checking account at Midwest Community has deals from coast to coast that you can access online or in the app. It goes where you go, so you never miss a sweet deal on dining, hotels, entertainment, and more. And if you're stuck on the side of the road, just use the built-in roadside assistance to get back up and running. You also get cell phone protection, ID theft aid, and more, all included with your rewards checking account. It's banking that connects to life in all the ways you do. Learn more today at midwestcommunity.org.
Couple of score updates in the NWOAL. Archbold mauling Evergreen 44-7 in the GMC. The nightmare continues for Edgerton as Paulding is pounding them 48-12 in that GMC matchup tonight. Here 22-14. Edon leads Montpelier. Never got a look at who's down. Did you, Foz?
I didn't. I can't see. They got bodies in front of me.
Working on a lower leg situation and now being helped up. It is Peyton Troush, 5'9", 180-pound senior, walking off a little gingerly but under his own power.
Yep, I think he'll be back.
So this is a 1st and 10 Edon out to the 48 after the gain of a dozen on first down. Hash mark near side with 15 seconds remaining. By the way, for Edon fans, a popular score here tonight is this one, of course, with Edon winning, and then The next popular one was that Paulding score for Edgerton, right?
Yeah, well,
Edon is not going to snap it, and that's going to be the end of 3. A good one here in Edon, and we expect it in the fourth quarter. Bombers 22, Locos 14. This is TAAC football on a Friday on B-Rock Sports.
John Dye and everyone at Strong Real Estate in Montpelier would like to wish all the athletes in tonight's game good luck. Located right in the heart of Montpelier, Ohio, Strong Real Estate Solutions is successfully helping people find that perfect home, building lot, or commercial property. Strong Real Estate Associates are available to provide you with full service in all your real estate needs. Contact John Dye today at Strong Real Estate Solutions in Montpelier, Ohio.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
See Cannell Insurance Agency of downtown Montpelier, your auto owner's insurance agent.
She knows it's on B-Rock.
Fourth quarter coming up, 22-14. Edon with the lead. Edon with the football near midfield. They have a 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line. This was a 22-6 Edon lead at the intermission. Montpelier scoring the only points of that third quarter. Bombers go 5 wide, trips to the right, twins to the left. Sapp to throw. Sapp under some late pressure is engulfed. Ball comes free, but he's down on the turf. Griff Cooley coming home from the blind side, and a huge loss on the play of 10.
Good to see him coming off the weak side there and just laid the lumber that time to Sapp and almost jarred the ball loose.
2nd and 20 after the loss of 10, back at the 38-yard line. Just underway in the fourth quarter. 22-14. 3 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left side in this 5 wide look. Left to right go the Bombers on this 2nd and 20. A one-man rush. A screen is blown up on the far side. Cooley again sniffed it out. More lost yardage on the play on the Owens reception. This one will go back to the 35-yard line, so a loss of 3 on the catch.
Momentum certainly on Montpelier's side. They're playing with a lot more juice and energy. Andy, one-time spotlight in on Eli Fackler. Look how fast he gets off the football.
3rd and 23 for Edon at their own 35. 3 receivers left, 2 receivers, 3 receivers right, 2 receivers to the left. 2 defensive ends, and those are the only 2 rushing. Sapp coming up, looking. Here comes Fackler. Pass is thrown to midfield and caught by Halbert. That's a gain of 15, and Foz, that at least makes it manageable. They can roll the dice here on 4th and 8.
It sure does. Big time play there by Sapp, and just being patient, keeping his eyes downfield, and now we'll see if Coach Owen goes for it. His MO is certainly to do that, and it looks like he's going to.
Edon is not punted. Now remember, Sapp is the punter, and they have had snaps where he has backed up, and it's been a quick kick. So we'll see here. 4th and 8 from midfield, and he's doing just that. It will be a kick, and nobody is back. It'll hit at the 15 and die at the 14. 36 yards on the punt. That's the first punt of the night for Edon. And the Locos will take over at the 9:53 mark left in this game. It's a drive for Montpelier that will start at their own 14-yard line.
It's a big stop for the Locomotives. Played with a lot of energy that series, and we've had some momentum shifts here in this game, and certainly the momentum this time now is in the Locomotives' favor.
1st and 10, Montpelier. First possession for them in the fourth quarter. They'll start with the ball middle of the field at their own 14. 2 receivers go left, 2 receivers go to the right side. 1 running back is Cooley. If you're just joining us, Friend has been out since the first half with an injury. So it's been Cooley in the backfield. Back to throw is Sharps. Throws in the flat, got Cooley. 15, 20, a lot of room, 25, 30. And he'll be run out of bounds by Radabaugh across the 25 at about the 26-yard line. 27, that's a gain of about 13 on the play.
Griff Cooley now the number 1 running back with Brennan Friend being hurt, and he's had some big plays not only on the offensive side like he just had that play, but also on the defensive side. He's playing a great game.
Ball just shy of the 28-yard line. Montpelier trailing Edon 22-14, 9.5 to play on the Andre Zuniolin-Low scoreboard. It has been a fun one tonight. 3 receivers, bunch left. A wing and a receiver, make that just one receiver to the right. The running back goes in motion. They'll toss it to him on a sweep. 25, 30, Cooley 35, lowers the boom and gets out to the 40. He'll pound his way for 11 before he's wrapped up by Briggs Gallahue.
Well, I think Griff Cooley is having a coming-out party here. He's looking really good there on the long sweep, and I like how he finished that run. Lowered his shoulder and ran through the tackle.
24-17, Patrick Henry leads Wasion. End of 3. Tenora, 21-13 lead over Wayne Trace. That game in the second half in the GMC. Final score, Liberty Center 63, Bryan 7. So the Tigers stay unbeaten, and they may move up to number 1 potentially in that Division 5 region. Play clock down to 9. 1st and 10, Montpelier at their own 39. Empty backfield, 3 receivers right, 2 to the left. Sharps with a blitz coming. Sharps throws on the move. It's tipped in the air and falls incomplete. Yeah. Radebaugh had his hands on it. Dangerous throw by Sharps to try to get rid of it.
Yeah, we got pressure up the middle there by the Bombers. I couldn't tell 2 or 3 different ones, and then he just kind of threw it away. Lucky that didn't get picked off.
It stops the clock with 8.5 minutes remaining. 22-14 Edon. Rivalry game. Computer points up for grabs. Both these teams going to win more than 5, so it's a good game for that. TAC opener tonight. They both feel like they're in good spots in the conference along with an Ottawa Hills. 2nd down and 10 at the 39-yard line, their own 39. 2 receivers in a wing to the right, 2 to the left. It's a low snap. It's on the turf. Sharp gets it. Sharp on the move, throws it. Brink tried to slide and make the grab, but it was going out of bounds anyways.
It's really just the pressure again continues this whole half of right up the middle. And it's not so much that the Montpelier offensive line is not doing a good job. It's Edon's bringing too many defenders there. It's just they're outmanning them. So what Montpelier's got to do is Sharps has got to get rid of the ball quick. And they've got to have some kind of intermediate or crossing routes where those linebackers are blitzing from and giving him an option or a hot call to get the ball off to him.
3rd and 10, Montpelier at their own 39. 22-14 Edon. 8:22 left. Empty backfield. 3 receivers right, 2 to the left. Sharps gets the snap. 4-man rush. Sharps looks down the sideline. Right side. Got a man wide open. It's caught. 30, 25, 20 and out of bounds. Braden Brink. He has been behind DBs all night. He got behind Radebaugh there and hit for a big one and a first down to the 23-yard line. So a gain of 38 on the pass play.
Wow, big play. His 3rd catch tonight, 79 yards in the air. Braden Brink. That couldn't have come at a bigger time, Angie.
1st and 10, Montpelier down at the 23-yard line of Edon. 8:14 left. 1-score football game. Cooley in the backfield. 2 receivers left. 2 receivers to the right. Edon shows blitzes. Smith goes in motion to the far side. High snap. They get it inside on the give to Cooley, who spun away from the first wave. Did a good job to get a loss of 1 instead of a loss of 4 on the play.
Yeah, Edon's really done the same thing. At least I can't tell any differences. They're bringing both linebackers. They're doing some twist blitz, meaning they're running the lineman one way and running the linebacker right on it, but all the pressure is coming right up the middle. So see if Coach Robinson counteracts with some kind of a swing pass or something to the outside.
It's a loss of 2 officially. It'll be 2nd and 12 for Montpelier back at the 25 of Edon. 22-14 Bombers, 7.5 remaining on the Andre Zuniolin-Low scoreboard. 3 receivers left, 1 receiver right, Cooley in the backfield. Sharps to throw. Sharps lofts toward the end zone. Wide open. Touchdown. Nathan Rummel, 25 yards.
What a throw and an even more impressive catch by Nathan Rummel on the deep flag route. Hayden Sharps off his back foot, puts it where no one else but Rummel could catch it, and Rummel uses all of his 5', 8" frame to stretch out and catch that ball.
And now the 2-point attempt to tie this thing. 22-20. Hayden Rummel, all 5'9" of him, and he needed all of it to lay out. And again, it has been a theme tonight. Montpelier receivers have gotten behind Edon with consistency. So the all-important 2-point try. to deadlock this thing. 4 receivers right, 1 receiver to the left. Sharps to throw. There are markers down. Nope, there's a timeout taken. Andy Robinson. 7:25 left in regulation. 22-20. Edon in front. Timeout, and we'll be right back.
Knocking Point Outfitters just got in some great ideas for hunting season. Seat heaters and tree saddles. Stop by Knocking Point and try out both of these great items that are must-haves for your upcoming season. Not only can you use the seat heaters for hunting, they are also great for football games or any outdoor event in the cold. And while you're checking out the great items in the store, bring your bow and have it checked out early before opening day on September 30th. Like Knocking Point Outfitters and see all their upcoming events and great in-store items on Facebook. Knocking Point Outfitters, the starting point for every perfect shot.
All right, game reset as we welcome you back to Edon. What a football game we have had. We started the second half thinking if Edon scores, it's punch out. Montpelier got a turnover after a lengthy Edon drive. They were able to go down and score, aided by a Edon penalty to keep the drive alive. Got the stop, forced the punt, and now in 7 plays have gone 86 yards for the touchdown, and an opportunity now for the all-important 2-point play. I like that Gurrell play again.
And Gurrell's in the game right now there as he slips out into the flat area, and we'll see what happens, obviously. But again, Montpelier with 8 seniors on this roster showing great heart and never giving up, and now we've got a ball game. A lot of time left.
So 22-20, coming out of the timeout. Chavez Martin comes left. 2 receivers, bunch right, and now they'll bring Cam Smith in motion. Back to throw. No, it's a direct snap to Smith. Smith cruises in off the right side, and we are tied at 22. Direct snap to Cam Smith.
Yeah. Nice little wrinkle there that Coach Robinson and his staff put in there. Cam Smith, another kid who's had a big game, and I really like the play calling that Andy Robinson's had today at opportune or critical times, and Montpelier kids have executed, and momentum certainly on the locomotive side right now.
22 unanswered by Edon in the first half. 16 unanswered by Montpelier to deadlock us at 22. Don't even think of going anywhere. Tons of football remaining in regulation. 7:25 left. Edon with 3 timeouts. Montpelier with 2 timeouts. We knew that Montpelier, I think we both suspected Montpelier would answer. This is not Montpelier of the last 10, 15, 20 years. This is a different group this year. We thought they'd answer the bell. They have. Now, it's also time to flip the script. We anticipate Edon. This is a team that's been seasoned through the years, a program under Bob Olwin. We anticipate, I think you and I both, Edon coming up with an answer sometime here in the second half, potentially starting right now.
We've had a lot of momentum shifts this game that you often do in great games where, when one team makes a play and the other team comes back, and I suspect Edon will come back and compete like crazy like they have done, and we'll see if Montpelier's defense, who had a great series the last stand, can continue to have the energy that they had. And we got 7 minutes, Andy, 3 timeouts for the Bombers and 2 timeouts for the Locomotives. A lot of stuff can happen.
You hit the nail on the head, though. Uncle Mo is securely on Montpelier's side right now. Edon is still thinking. They got their hands team out there. It's going to be a squib of some kind. We have not seen a deep kick all night. Smith on the run-up and the boot, and there will be, right on cue, a deep kick, And it's over the shoulder, the grab made by Dickman, and Dickman out of bounds as he crosses the 20 to about the 23 or 4, maybe the 25. How about the 26-yard line? He kept walking. 1st and 10 Bombers there. All right, you've got a quarterback in his second year as a starter, right? So the junior, he has been terrific tonight. Montpelier's game plan has not changed in the second half. So now Bob Olin and company, can they dial up some answers here? 1st and 10 Bombers at their own 26. 5 wide look, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Empty backfield on this first down snap. 2 down linemen for Montpelier. They've been rushing 2 and 3 all night. It's 3. Coming off the edge is Cooley. Sapp hit as he delivers and nobody home. It's incomplete. The heat that time for Montpelier.
Logan Pontius. Those 2 inside tackles, Fackler and Pontius, are really good football players that could start on just about any team in the area.
One thing that Mike and I talked about, if you didn't hear us in the pregame show, we thought the edge belong to Montpelier up front. Edon has won their share of battles in the trenches tonight, but Montpelier's defensive and offensive linemen are taking over here at crunch time. Can Edon come back with an answer? It's a quarterback draw, big hole for Sapp. 35, 40, 45, 50. Sapp to the 45, Sapp to the 40, Sapp to the 35, rumbles down inside the 35 to the 32-yard line.
Yeah. And that's
gain of 42 on the play.
Yeah, and that's a great call there. Keep the ball in your best player's hands. And they've had success with Sapp running the football, but just haven't done it very much. And I think that was a great call there by Bob Owen.
First down and 10, 32-yard line of Montpelier. 6:45 left in this one and rolling. It'll be a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Sapp has an empty look. 3 receivers bunched left, 2 to the right. Sapp getting the snap, same play, only running right. Sapp inside the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, down to the 5-yard line. That's a run of 20. Let's see where they spot it. 27 on the run. It'll be 1st down and goal.
2 plays, Sapp gouging Montpelier right up the middle. And what did I say in the beginning? The keys are Sapp's legs. And again, he's showing it here. He hasn't ran the ball much, but in the 4th quarter, he's showing it.
1st and goal from the 6-yard line. 4 receivers in the pattern. The handoff goes to Hulbert. Hulbert stretches, gets to the 3-yard line. He'll be brought down on the play by Jackson Staler. It'll be 2nd and goal after a run of 3, and an injured Bomber is down. We'll catch our breath. 5:54 remaining in this one. 22-22. Montpelier and Edon. Back in 30 seconds.
Peltz Lumber Company in Montpelier and Pioneer has some exciting news. Not only has Peltz been bringing you the finest in building materials for generations, now they have a new website with a huge selection of items for you to browse right at your fingertips and in your own home. Just go to peltzlumber.com and hit the products button, and there it is. Tools, hardware, lumberyard and building materials, windows, doors, kitchen and bath. Check out the items you need and the prices, and stop by the store in Montpelier or Pioneer, or give them a call at 419-485-3059. Peltz Lumber, building for a new generation.
Haven't seen who that injured Bomber is yet. Got an update in the GMC. First time we've heard this score tonight. Antwerp 45, Fairview 8. So the Archers will be 6-0 when the night is done. We think and thought from the beginning that was a 10-0 team all along.
Tested last week. I know the score looks like it was more lopsided. Actually, Tenora outgained Antwerp substantially in that game, but big play turnovers cost the Rams.
So the injury timeout continues and has taken a little of the breath out of this game right now. 5:54 left in the game in regulation, 22 apiece. Edon and Montpelier. It's been the legs of Kyler Sapp on this drive, and we gave Andy Robinson a lot of credit. He's called a great game. Great calls by Bob Olwin. Seeing what Montpelier has been doing, he made the adjustment and put it in Sapp's hands.
Yeah, he really did. And it was just right up the middle, nothing sophisticated. Hey, this is my best player. This is my horse. I'm going to ride him to the end, give him the ball, make a play. I mean, they're going to win or lose with him. And Sapp, of course, made Montpelier pay with 2 large gains on the ground.
Patrick Henry 30, Wasion 17. That was Hulbert who was down. That was a big one. A big play kid on both sides.
Yeah.
Remember battling injuries back in the Edgerton game and made some big plays on both sides of the ball. Was a difference maker that night. Okay, so they won't have him on this snap. It will be a 2nd down and goal from the 2-yard line. 22-22, Montpelier and Edon. How about this Friday night matchup in week number 6 as they break the injury timeout huddle? 4 receivers will go right, 1 receiver to the left. Sapp with an empty look on 2nd and goal at the 2. Straight ahead run. Sapp looks for the end zone. He's in, and Edon comes right back and takes the lead. 2 yards out. It's 28-22. What do you do now? Do you go 2? You've got a kicker.
I think you have a higher success. Yeah, you do have a kicker now with the what was his name again?
Lewis Leonard.
Lewis Leonard. But it looks like they're going to go back and go for 2 here.
6 plays, 74 yards, 2-point try for Edon. 4 receivers right, 1 receiver to the left. It's 28-22 Bombers. Sapp, quarterback draw. Sapp finds his way in again, but this isn't going to count. This will be a holding penalty against Edon. So now, that's big.
That was an obvious hold that time. Ash Walls was in the backfield and just got dragged down.
So now, if Montpelier can find their way to a stop, it becomes large.
Yeah, sure does.
I mean, this try is coming all the way back now to the 12-yard line.
Yeah, and you would think now that this takes the option of Sapp running the football out of the equation here.
You would assume.
So that would be advantageous to the Locomotives, who've been pretty good here. The fact that they've even countered with Sapp running the balls has been critical, but Montpelier's done a nice job defending the pass.
Cohen Halbert, by the way, is back in. He's a part of the 3-receiver look to the right. 2 receivers left. The 2-point try from the 12-yard line. Sapp to throw. Sapp looks, gets away from Fackler. Hit as he throws. It's caught by a lineman. It is free, and he's not going to get there. The reception was made. Blake Baker out of the air. So the Sapp TD stands 2-point denied. 28-22. Edon reclaims the lead. 5:28 remaining. We'll be right back.
Precise Metal Form, 810 Commerce Drive in Bryan, wants to say good luck to the Edon Bombers in tonight's athletic contest. Precise Metal Form is a proud supporter of Edon Bomber athletics, both boys and girls sports. Precise Metal Form in Bryan, saluting the athletes on all of their hard work and wishing them the best of luck in this athletic contest. Precise Metal Form, 810 Commerce Drive in Bryan, saying go Bombers in this game.
Andy Brigle, Mike Bumb, back with you in Edon. 28-22, Bombers in front, 5:28 left in regulation. 3 timeouts left for Edon, 2 timeouts remain for Montpelier. Terrific way to spend a Friday night.
What a game, huh?
Montpelier 4-1, trying to be 5-1 for the first time since the year that Prince talked about. They partied like it was 1999 in Montpelier and a 5-1 start. Last win for Montpelier came in 2016 against the Bombers. Edon trying to get to 4-2, improve their status in computer points where they were only 16. Here's the kick to Cooley, 20-yard line, 25-30. Cooley to the 35, burrows his way, somersaults to about the 39-yard line. Cut down there by Zane Oberlin.
Good field position for the Locomotives.
Now, keep in mind, in a 28-22 game, Montpelier is not one of those teams. If they do go down and score a touchdown, they have a place kicker and a kid that can drill extra points.
Missed one already,
Smith.
though.
He did miss one, you're right.
One.
But we had seen perfect nights in games previous that we have done. First down and 10, Montpelier from their own 39-yard line. 4 down linemen for Edon. 2 receivers to the right. Trips to the left for the Locos. Empty backfield. Sharps to step up and gets away from trouble, and he'll get positive yardage as ball came free. They say it's a fumble, but he got it back. He was able to wrap it back into his body. He gets 4 on the run, and it'll be 2nd down and 6. Can't get leaky either team now if you have the football. You got to protect it.
Yep, you got to protect the football that time. Sharp's doing the same thing that Sapp did, and just had one player there that couldn't quite break the tackle.
Final from Edgerton, Paulding 54 and Edgerton 20.
Wow.
So Edgerton drops to 1-5 on the year. 3 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Paulding, by the way, is 4-2 now. 2nd down and 6. 4.5 to go in this one. From the 43, more pressure for Sharps. Can't get away! Sacked by Cole Olds.
Andy, I don't think that Edon has. I think they've called the exact same, at least to the normal observer, the exact same defensive play the last 10 times. Both linebackers coming with a little twist from the defensive line. Montpelier bringing one more guy that Montpelier can block, and Sharps just not getting the ball out in time.
So now it's 3rd and 11. This snap is going to come under the 4-minute mark left in this one, and you have to, unless you really lose a ton of yardage, and even then it might be 4 down territory because you only have 2 timeouts left if you're Montpelier. 5 wide, make it 4 wide. 2 to the right, 2 to the left, 1 running back. Penalty marker down. Sharp steps away from trouble. Sharp's with room. 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, down to the 16-yard line. There is a flag. As it stands, it would be a run of 46.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It was out here by the wide receivers, so it's either a legal motion or it's offsides.
What's a sideline warning?
Okay. That's a big play for the Locomotives.
Against Edon. And the run of 46 yards will make it 1st down and 10. What a run by Sharps. He took it to the 16. Emotions are high. Intensity is high. 3.5 to play. 28-22, Montpelier trailing Edon. The Locos with a drive here to try to grab the lead.
Montpelier's got to get the play in here. They're down to...
And Andy Robinson, there's some strategy in this, Foz.
Well,
ideally you want to score in very little time left for Edon.
I get it, but I think you got to get the ball in the end zone.
Play clock at 7, at 6, at 5. 3 receivers in the pattern. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Inside give to Cooley. Cooley runs into the arms of Grant Reed. It will be no gain for Cooley. And it'll be 2nd down and 10. Tick, tick, tick. 2:45 remaining in this one. None. They give him 1 now on the run. So Cooley gets 1. It'll be 2nd down and 9. From the 16-yard line. 28-22 Edon. 2.5 left in regulation. A wing and a receiver to the right. 2 receivers to the left. Pistol formation. Cooley behind. Snap comes. Sharps to throw. Fade route. Ball up for grab. Tipped. Diving catch. Is it caught? No. It was caught off the deflection, but out of bounds. Briggs Gallahue, who leads the team with 3 picks, had a free ball, made the catch, but he was out of bounds.
It was a 50-50 ball down there. I believe it was the brink. The ball popped up in the air, and Briggs Gallahue made a great effort to hold that in. Just out of bounds, though.
3rd and 10, Montpelier at the 16-yard line. Clock stops with 2:11 remaining in regulation. 28-22 Edon on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. Trips to the right. Twins to the left. Buckle up. 3rd and 10. Empty backfield. Play clock at 7. Snap to Sharps. Steps up. Fires. End zone. Touchdown. Reception made. Rummel. And they're an extra point away from the lead.
What a throw by Sharps as he had traffic in his face and gets hit. And then Rummel, another huge, that's a big boy catch there, Andy. A lot of high school players drop those in traffic, stretching out over the middle. Rummel's had an outstanding game.
So tied at 28, timeout taken Montpelier to decide what you do here. Now, let's reset with people. Cam Smith is the place kicker.
Yeah.
He has had a fairly successful season in kicking extra points this year. He's missed his one tonight.
Yeah.
So the discussion is go 2, go 1, and if it is 2, what's the play call? What do you do first if you're Andy Robinson here?
I go for 2. Again, I know his percentage-wise, Cam's kicked the ball pretty well, but it just didn't look good the first time out. And the ones that he does make, in my opinion, just don't look all that strong. It kind of gets over there.
Okay.
That's nothing against the kid. The kid's a great player. He's played a great game tonight. I think I would go for 2. I like the play that they had to Garrell for when they went for 2 last series. Again, leaking out of the backfield in that slot position there. So who knows what he's going to call. I think Andy Robinson has done a masterful job of play calling this whole entire second half. But you're asking me and put me on the spot, I would say go for 2.
Coming onto the field will be the offense.
Nope, they're going to kick it.
I beg your pardon. Okay, I thought I saw 4 out there. So Cam Smith for the all-important extra point. Jackson Staler to hold for the lead. Snap, spot, kick on the way. It's off the upright. It's no good. We're tied at 28. It hit the right upright and bounced back.
Just an inch, right? A foot. Just a foot. Now Montpelier's got to control their emotions here and get back in because they're going to kick the ball off to Kyler Sapp.
And he's got 206.
With 206. And Eden's got a pretty decent kicker. I think they're capable of making it within 20 yards. Would that be fair, what we saw?
Yeah, I think that's fair.
You got a pretty good quarterback with 3 timeouts. 3 timeouts and 2 minutes and 6 seconds left. That's a lot of time. So Montpelier's got to get grounded now. They're still in the game.
How about this Friday night?
Hey, how about it? What a game.
28 is our score as Montpelier will kick it back to Edon. With 2:06 left in regulation. Montpelier attempted the extra point, hit the right upright.
And you got to kick it deep here.
Yes, I did. We're getting a message here from Superintendent Anthony Stevens. I said before the game, I felt like maybe a double overtime game tonight, right?
Who knows?
And here we are potentially on the cusp of at least one. We saw Montpelier and Edgerton earlier this year in a walk-off game for Montpelier.
Yeah.
How much fun can you have tonight? Homecoming night, 2 conference and county rivals. Deadlocked at 28. Here's the the kickoff. It's deep, and it's over the head of everybody, and it's covered up by Edon. Diving on it was Corbin Chrisman, and this is going to pin Edon at the 5.
It is. Really a special teams blunder there by the Bombers of just falling on it. And now you put yourself in a situation here where Kyler Sapp, as good as he is, if he goes back to pass, he's going to be in the end zone. Montpelier has gotten pressure on Sapp, so that's something to keep an eye on. How about that?
Yeah, and that's I said 5.
Yeah.
4.
I'd be surprised if Coach Owen, he's got 3 timeouts, doesn't run the ball with Sapp here to give himself some room to get him out of that end zone so he's not throwing in his end zone.
4 receivers right, 1 receiver to the left on a 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line. Sapp gets the snap, straight ahead run, nothing doing initially, and he'll go down at about the 4-yard line. No gain on the run. Remember, Montpelier only has 1 timeout remaining.
Well, you don't want to use it now. You want that baby to tick.
So 1:49 in the play, clock's at 33, so you got about, 15 seconds of difference here as you bring it down. And then I think Montpelier, if they can get it to a 3rd down, that's when they would use the timeout. Absolutely. And if nothing else, put the heat on Sapp on a punt. 2nd down and 11 from the 3-yard line. Low snap. Sapp, pump, go, seam route, Brigle, caught! 50, 40, 30, 20, goodbye! 97 yards, touchdown! Incredible!
Just a seam route right down the middle. Sapp put it on the money, and then Brigle took it the distance from there. 99 yards.
97.
Boy, 97 yards. Boy, have we had some momentum shifts this game, Andy.
So 97 on the TD pass. It is 34-28 Edon, and we got a $1.16 still to play.
Game's not over.
Leonard's going to come on for the extra point. The hold will be Brigle, who just made the grab. PAT on the way is good. New score. Andres O'Neill and Low scoreboard. 35-28 Edon. Back for the finish in a moment.
Veland Chase wishes local high school sports teams a successful season. As one of the leading brass suppliers in the United States, Veland Chase manufactures brass rods, forgings, ingots, and water armor plumbing fittings at the 2 plants located in Holiday City. To learn more about products and job opportunities, visit brassjobs.com. Chase a brighter future with Veland Chase.
35-28 our score. Edon with the lead. 1:16 left in this one, and Montpelier has a timeout at their disposal. What a play. What a big play. And there you go. We go back to when we were talking about Bob Owen and going for it on 4th down, and you said, well, you think he's going to go for it? And we kind of jokingly said, yeah. We didn't see him looking to go deep on his own 3.
No, we didn't. And I think Montpelier had more bodies up front, worried about Sapp running the ball, and just was a one-on-one situation there right down the seam. And credit Edon with a beautiful throw that time by Sapps. And
got behind the sophomore, Jackson Staler.
Got behind him. Now, a lot of time left.
And that was, by the way, sophomore on sophomore in that route.
Montpelier's had good field position off of kicks.
Here's a little pop-up kick going to be fielded by Cooley at the 21, 25, 30, and he'll get to the 33-yard line. Tripped up on the play. That was Oberlin who made initial contact. So 69 seconds remain on this Friday night.
A good thing. Boy, the crowd is really loud on both sides. Standing room only on the Edon side. I look over to the Montpelier side. It's standing room only. A good amount of students here tonight. Been a great game.
From their own 34-yard line with 1:09 to play. 5 wide look. 3 to the right, 2 to the left. 4 down linemen for Edon. Just rushing 4 in the flat. Caught by Smith, runs out of bounds. He will get out of bounds at the 36-yard line. So he'll pick up 4. Make it 3 to the 37-yard line. So 2nd down and 7 from the 37. That play took 4 seconds. 1:05 left. 35-28 Edon. On the Andres O'Neill and Low scoreboard. Locos are 4-1. Bombers are 3-2. Trips to the right. Twins to the left. Empty look again on 2nd down and 7. Edon again showing only 4 on the rush. And they're dropping 7. Stepping up, here's Sharps running, 40, looking for a block. 45 runs out of bounds smartly at the 48-yard line.
And he gets the first down, so nice play there by Sharps of getting the first down and then getting out of bounds to stop the
scramble for 11 for Sharps. 58 seconds remain.
Plenty of time. Montpelier right now on their own 48-yard line.
1st down and 10 at the 48. Hash mark near side. 3 receivers go right. 2 receivers are going to come to the left. And there is it going to be 2 by 2. Montpelier with a timeout remaining. They have only 13 on the play clock and still not at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you better get organized here.
2 by 2 formation. Pistol look. Play clock at 4. At 3. Smith goes in motion to the far side. Sharps to throw. Throws it into the flat. Caught by Smith. Gets away from Brigle. 45-40. Out of bounds at about the 35-yard line.
Well executed that time. Nice throw. And Cam Smith accelerating on the corner. Getting what he could and then getting out of bounds.
Gain of 15 on the play. And here come the Locos. 1st and 10 at the 37.
Now Sharps has got a strong enough arm. He can reach the end zone from here.
35-28. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. 47 seconds to play. 3 receivers come left. Brink is one-on-one, but Radabon, actually check that. There's help over the top. Safety help is Gallahue over the top with Brink on the far side. Sharps looks near side. Caught by Smith. Spins away from a tackler. 35-30, 25-20, 15, 10, 5. He's fighting for the end zone. He is in. Touchdown. Or is he marked short?
They're putting him on the 1-inch line there, Andy.
I beg your pardon. 1-yard line.
Yeah, we thought the referee said touchdown, but he was marking stop.
So from the 1 with 34 seconds left.
Now keep in mind, Montpelier is a shotgun team. This puts the ball about 5 yards away. They're on the 1-yard line.
30 seconds left.
And the clock is running.
Here comes Sharps, empty backfield, straight ahead run, he's in, touchdown!
Now Montpelier will go for the win here, Andy.
21 seconds remaining, 35-34, and they'll probably go for 2. We have Smith that is down now, so we'll take an injury timeout. 35-34, Edon, the conversion attempt when we come back.
Fall is a great time to work on your home. Is your home well insulated? Field Supply Center in Blakesley is now stocking the Attic Cat and the Pro Cap blown insulation system. Forget about the dust from the old blown insulation. Attic Cat is the new clean way to insulate your walls and attic. Field Supply Center also offers CertainTeed Landmark shingles, one of the best shingles for your roof. Now is the time to take care of your home. Whether you need insulation, shingles, siding, or window, make Field Supply in Blakesley your first stop.
So 21 seconds left. Our best game of the year. And we've had a couple of really good ones.
This may be the best game we've ever done.
Possibly.
Right, with all the momentum shifts up and down, you think it's over, and the other team comes back and score. I don't remember ever doing a better game.
We've had multiple scores here in the last 2 minutes and 45. 3 touchdowns
It's
scored.
unbelievable. Locomotives are going to go for 2.
All right, so they're going for 2. It's 35-34, and this is the right call.
It is the right
They
call.
missed 2 extra points tonight. The last one hit the upright. This is the right call. You try to not win it, but you try to get the lead because there's going to be time on the clock. So what's your play call for the 2-point try?
Oh, boy.
Come on now. Put that cap on, dude.
Yeah.
You're a 13-year head coach.
Okay.
You're a great head coach. What are you calling?
I think some kind of pick route where you leak the slot out into the flat area if you're putting me on the spot here.
All right. 35, 34. Not your ball game on this snap, but pretty close. Timeout, Edon. They wanted to see. We're going to keep it here. They wanted to see what Montpelier came out with. And they'll spend one of their 2 timeouts left. Now, remember, Montpelier has none now. They have no timeouts left.
Predominantly, Edon has ran man-to-man defense this game. I think they lock it up. They get right in the grill of Montpelier. That's the right thing to do. You can't give any cushion down here. Obviously, Montpelier's only got 3 yards to go to score.
35-34.
What a game.
Andy Brigle, Mike Bumb, the wonderful and talented Steph Bree with us tonight. A 2-point conversion for the lead. Montpelier trying to get to 5-1 for the first time since 1999 and beat Edon for the first time since 2016. The Bombers trying to come up with a defensive stop here of a 2-point attempt to presumably seal the W. 35-34, 3 scores in the last 2 minutes and 25 seconds.
And if anybody's questioning out there, this is the right call to go for 2 and go for the win.
Totally agree. We've seen enough evidence tonight on the extra points. So here you go. Smith, check that rumble to the left. There are 2 receivers bunched right. Cooley's in the backfield. Man goes in motion near side. Sharps on the snap. Sharps looks, gets away from one, can't get away a second time, sacked! Edon comes up with a 2-point stop. Coming through was Grant Reed on the takedown.
Great play by Reed there. Credit Edon's defense. Play just took too long to develop there, Andy, and Sharps just couldn't get rid of it.
So it's 35-34, and now you're going to get an onside.
Yeah.
So it's not over yet.
Right.
Did we have a...
No flag. I think they're just getting organized. And
okay. So now the onside is Montpelier's last gasp hope.
Yeah.
You're right about that. The play itself just took way too much to develop and allowed Edon to get that penetration defensively.
Yeah. And that's not to say it was a bad call by any stretch of imagination. Again, I think Montpelier was trying to have a crossing route off the play action, and it just didn't develop quick enough, and Sharps just couldn't get rid of it. The bottom line was it took too long to develop. Edon made a good play, and now Montpelier's got to get some kind of an onside kick.
There was a flag. It was a celebration penalty against Edon.
Wow.
So they'll kick it from the 45-yard line.
I hope it was an excessive celebration because that's kind of a tough call in that situation.
Well, maybe I shouldn't say maybe it was unsportsmanlike. Yeah. I didn't see the signal. We just saw the pointing in direction and where the kickoff was going to be. As you said, they were getting organized, but that was the penalty that was being called. So it's a 15-yarder. So the kickoff will happen from the 45-yard line of Edon. This is the last hope for Montpelier. If they could somehow get on the football, there are 21 seconds right now on the clock. Obviously, when it hits somebody, some time's going to tick off. An Edon recovery would end it. 35-34. Edon with the lead. Smith will be the kicker on an onside. The Edon Hands team is up. Here's your football game. Ball gets a bounce. It's loose, and it goes out of bounds off of Edon. Ricochets out of bounds. It was a loose football. Edon will take over. A kneel down will end a Friday night classic on the first weekend of fall.
Now, I don't know why there was a flag there. If it hit Edon, it shouldn't be a flag. It ricocheted off the Bombers. It's all moot. It doesn't matter. It's Edon's ball. But why is that a flag, Andy?
That's a great call. Maybe my call wasn't accurate. Maybe it was because it was the far side of the field, so maybe Edon didn't actually touch it.
Yeah,
that's what it probably has to be now, as Edon will spend another timeout here, I think, just to make sure that they're going to get that snap and get down. Montpelier powerless to stop the clock, and you're right about that point. Since Edon is getting the ball at the 35-yard line, it had to have been not touched and just skipped out of bounds, because you're right, if it was touched by Edon, unless that's Andy Robinson, he's getting an explanation from tonight's referee, Stephen Miller.
Been a well-officiated game.
I would agree with that, yeah.
Good flow. Officials have not interjected themselves in big plays. Nothing but good things to say about this crew. What a great game.
Our amazing statistician, by the way, is quickly getting these numbers added up for you here, because they're all done for all intents and purposes. And I mean, you had all kinds of, you had talent on the field, you had heart from both sides tonight, down and out, or at least almost down and out, multiple times in both situations for both teams tonight. Both answered the bell, and both are going to go on and win more games in the second half of the schedule. There's the snap to Sapp, there's the kneel down, and on homecoming night in Edon, the Bombers hang on for dear life, and one defensive stop on a two-point try gets it done. We're going to spend our final timeout. We'll give you the final totals on this Edon win tonight. 35-34 Bombers. Back for the wrap-up in a moment.
When it comes to choosing a memorial that represents the lasting memories of a person's life, the Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio can create exactly what you are looking for, like an eagle soaring through the woods etched on a memorial, a bench that has mom and dad's names engraved into the granite to sit and reflect, a picture of the family farm etched on the stone, or maybe your style is a memorial that has a split headstone with a vase in between for flowers. The Fackler Monument Company of Montpelier, Ohio, serving families in the tri-state area since 1924.
Harvest is here and you don't want to cook? Make it a pizza night. Give us a call at 419-272-2452. Ask about our great weekly and weekend specials. Here at Edon Pizza, we strive to have the freshest buns, pizza dough, and produce. Edon Pizza, located in downtown Edon.
Winsler Stamping Company has a number of openings available now, including machinist, manufacturing engineer, machine operators, and product planner positions. They offer an excellent benefits package, including health insurance, paid vacation and holidays, 401k match, shift premium, profit sharing, and tuition assistance. Apply online today at winslerstamping.com/careers. Winsler Stamping Company is a proud supporter of Montpelier High School sports and wishes the best of luck to the athletes in tonight's game.
Final tonight from Edon. 35-34, a two-point stop by the Bombers late in that one. And you go back and, there are so many momentum swings. There's so many ifs, woulds, could have, should have happened tonight. A couple of missed extra points by Montpelier this evening in a game. They had rallied from 22-6 down. Edon, after Montpelier taking the lead, had come back a couple of different times, hit a big 97-yard bomb that ended up being the game winner. We had 4 scores, 4 touchdowns in the last 2 minutes and 45 seconds of play tonight. And, I mean, you love to see a game like tonight, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old kids letting it all hang out there tonight in a game like this. They're both going to walk out of here 4-2, but both going to have more success here in the final 4 games. And I think both teams potentially getting into that Division 7 postseason. Doesn't feel that way for Montpelier right now. They wanted this one. Edon went out, got the stop where they needed it. Terrific win for them.
They did, and it was just a great high school football game. Unfortunately, somebody's got to win and somebody's got to lose. And if you're an Edon fan, you're excited. If you're a Montpelier fan, you're awful disappointed but the effort was there. Edon made one more play in the end on this 2-point conversion to win this football game. Could have went just as easily the other way. Didn't work out for a Locomotive fan tonight. But the effort, the resiliency on both teams. This is what high school sports are supposed to be, right?
Agreed.
You had packed houses here from both communities. You had a well-officiated game. It was a clean game overall. Kids were playing their tails off. It was just an outstanding high school football game. This is what it's supposed to be. Nobody quit. Nobody hung their head. When you think one game was over, the other team would come up and snatch the momentum and make big plays. So it was a great game. It was a well-coached game on both sides. It was a well-played and executed game by the players. Great effort, great heart. And we saw an instant classic, Andy.
Absolutely. Couldn't have said it better myself. Total this thing up for me, my good friend, tonight. Let's talk some final statistics in a wild 35-34 Edon win.
Yeah, let's start off with the Montpelier Locomotives, who will fall to 4-2. I thought Hayden Sharps tonight, Andy, was the best we've seen. This is the second time or third time we've seen the Locomotives, but that's the best I've seen him look tonight, throwing the football and running the football. Numbers don't lie either. 22 for 38, throwing the football for 280 yards. Couple touchdowns to go with that. He was outstanding tonight. The sophomore is going to be legit as he grows into this role. Receiving the football, Cam Smith had a great game, catching 8 passes tonight for 116 yards, leading the Locomotives. How about Nate Rummel? 2 of the biggest catches of the night, and those were very difficult catches that he made for touchdowns. He had 4 catches for 56 yards. Braden Brink, again, 3 catches tonight, 79 yards. He was a big play threat all night. Chavez Martin caught the ball twice for 24 yards. Griff Cooley, I thought, came in and was not only outstanding on the defensive side, Andy, but came in for the injured Brennan Friend at running back and gave Montpelier a spark in that second half. He had 3 catches for 33 yards. Running the football, Sharps led the way. He had 11 carries, for 111 yards. Friend, who got hurt in the first half, had 4 carries for 20 yards. And Griff Cooley, as I said, came on and had 7 carries for 8 yards. For the Locomotives, 139 yards rushing the ball, 308 yards in the air. That's 447 yards of total offense. Pretty good night for the Locomotives. 95% of your games you're going to win with that kind of offensive output. Let's flip it over to the Bombers, who also are going to now go to 4-2. Kyler Sapp, how about him? Not too bad, huh? Numbers don't lie there with him. Sapp tonight, 28 for 38, 362 yards. None bigger than the 97-yard touchdown pass he had to Kendall Brigle to go giving the go-ahead lead. Sapp also ran the ball 7 times for 104 yards. Cohen Holt also carried the ball 3 times for 14 yards. Edon Bombers, again, similar statistics as you would expect tonight. 470 yards of total offense for the Edon Bombers. Receiving, if I can break it down here, Max Radeball, 3 touchdown catches. Had 7 catches tonight for 136 yards. Colton Willis, 2 catches for 10 yards. Kendall Brigle, that big one with 97 yards. He had 3 catches for 114 yards. Cohen Holbert caught the ball 6 times tonight for 76 yards. And Christian Owens caught the ball 7 times for 58 yards. As I said, 384 yards through the air for the Bombers. Both teams 4-2, 35-34. Edon win on homecoming. Andy, we've been doing this, about 10 years?
It is 10.
I can't remember a better game.
I don't either.
Maybe there has been, but I don't remember it.
And I think it's fresh right now, too. But you're right. It was an incredible game. And we have seen 22-6 games and more, or let's just use tonight's margin, Edon up 22-6 on Montpelier. How many times have we talked at halftime off the air and maybe tried to sell it on the air, but thought to ourselves or talked amongst ourselves, it's over. Montpelier has nothing. They're not going to answer the bell. They're not talented enough offensively, defensively to get back in this. This team is built and wired a little bit differently tonight, and I think you saw that in the way they were able to rally from that 2-score and 2-point conversion deficit. And then you flip it over to Edon, who had to answer the bell tonight, and also kind of rise up and show what they're made of as well. So I think while both coaches have some things that they know they need to work on and want to work on, I think at the end of the day, Bob Olin obviously going to be more pleased because he walks out with a W tonight, but 4-2 in good spots. And I just want to go through the remaining schedule, all right? Montpelier, home with Van Loo next week, at Northwood. That's a winnable game, by the way. That's a very beatable Northwood team this year. At Ottawa Hills, on the road, that's a challenge. They're going to be underdog, but I think they go and compete, and then they're favored against Hilltop at home. Eden finishes home with Northwood next week, at Hilltop, at Elmwood, and then home with Ottawa Hills in week number 10. So challenges, but winnable games for both as the season goes on, as they now try to build momentum, what they hope will be a week 11.
4 games left. At the very least, they're going to be favored in 2 of those games, if not 3. I'm talking both Eden and Montpelier.
I would agree.
So let's say they win 3 of those 4 games, right? If that happens, both teams are what, 7-3, and that's clearly going to be in a good position for the playoffs. A lot to play for. Eden's, again, as you said, obviously more happy with the win tonight, but also the fact they start off with 1-0 in the TAC conference, and Ottawa Hills is the favorite right now, but Eden plays them in the last game of the season, so you never know what can happen there. Both teams have got a lot of football to play here and a lot of things that they can accomplish. Montpelier's not out of the TAC race yet. A lot can happen. So it's going to be exciting here when we go into the back half.
Sure hope you enjoyed it, because I know Foz and I were thrilled to bring it to you tonight. And he termed it an instant classic. Boy, it sure was. A 2-point stop. A 2-point stop to end it tonight by Eden, and they hang on for a 35-34 win tonight. Both leave here 4-2. Again, next week, Foz and I on the road. Van Loo at Montpelier, our game next week. We'll let you know then the middle games of the schedule. We know we're back here in Eden for sure for week number 10 in Ottawa Hills at Eden in that one, but we'll figure out weeks 8 and 9. Been a great one to sit with you and talk about
tonight. I tell you something. Listen, I know there's a lot of parents driving home with their radio on, listening to us. There was a lot of people listening to this game. I'm getting texts all over the place, blowing up. What a game. Let me tell you something. Whether you're an Eden fan or Montpelier fan, you be happy with your baby boy tonight, okay? Both of them, both sides gave everything they got tonight. Be proud of the effort. We've seen a lot of high school football games, Andy and I, and we've seen teams that give up on both sides. And tonight was a great high school football team. Both teams had reasons to quit at some point during this football game. None of them did. This is what it's supposed to be like.
Well said.
Thanks, brother.
We will see you next week at Hobie Krause Field in Montpelier. Again, our final tonight, Eden 35, Montpelier 34. Ben Murray, it's his show now with the Midwest Community Federal Credit Union Scoreboard Show. Have a great weekend. We will see you next Friday night.